yeah, I'm so grateful that you all are here. I'm coming right on in with it. You already know. Hit the like button as soon as you come in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share the video, join the tribe if you are high vibrational, a part of the high vibrational collective. We know the karmics are joining as well. Okay, trying to comment as well. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, you get what I'm saying? Trying to get a little bit of this sauce as well because they don't have it. You know what I'm saying? We always wherever the divine beings are, the karmics are gonna try to follow and find their motherfucking way, y'all. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because they desperate and they fucked up out here. I mean, they fucked up out here. So somebody could be from New Orleans, okay? This is the energy, or was practicing some down by the bayou voodoo and root work, okay, and also some Haitian voodoo and root work as well, okay. That Creole, okay. That's our shit too, okay. It's not just Haitian voodoo. No, that's our shit. You get what I'm saying? The root work, the hoodoo, and everything like that. Y'all, I'm going right into it. Okay, it's not meant to be abused. It's not meant to kill and destroy. Okay, and to be weaponized against innocent people. It's actually meant to protect yourself, and it's meant to be used for good, okay. But y'all, it's a lot of people. For me to say that, it's a lot of people that is used to using this shit and used to getting away with weaponizing Haitian voodoo and root work and all types of voodoo and all types of summoning and dark summoning and shit like that. And that time is over now, y'all. But we're gonna get into it. I hope y'all are having a good day, night, or evening whenever you're watching this. If you're watching it live, okay, and you're coming with them pure intentions, baby. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope your day is going according to your intentions. Y'all, I seen a dark when I came back into my I had when I came back into my place, y'all. I literally got on the elevator with a dark witch, and I know she was a dark witch, y'all. And she was old. She was from another country, a third world, fourth world, maybe a fifth world, and she just looked like, oh my gosh, like she looked like one of those people that I'm not gonna say that, spirit. I'm not gonna say that. She looked like she could have been from like the Middle East. That movie. I don't know. It was, I forgot, y'all. I think it was on Netflix. Don't quote me. I know I'm bringing it up, but I don't remember the name. It was on Netflix, and it was like a movie where they were over there in Iraq. Okay, like over there in Iraq or whatever, because the females was wearing like the Muslim type of hair, Islamic head wrap or whatever, or Muslim head wrap or whatever. And they were over there. And it was a dude from the army, and y'all can put the type this in and find this if y'all want to see it. But he was over there from the U.S. Army, and the dude, it was a Caucasian guy, and they had went over there, bombing Iraq and etc. And they went into a ancient cave, and they ended up moving something around, or a rock or a stone, or disrupting a stone, and etc. Where somebody had basically, it was an ancient jinn, and he basically they disturbed that cave, and that jinn jumped into the body of like a little boy, and it started to like jump bodies, and it started to destroy because they needed a vessel. I think it was I think the jinn could have been trapped there, or it was there resting, and they disturbed this resting place. And then the jinn was like, okay, bet, I'm about to get up out of here. It was ancient, okay. That was the energy that I picked up on with the older female from Iraq that was happened to be on the elevator, y'all. She was like, it was like, how else could you, like, how it was like, like once you start to evolve, out of the matrix and shit, like spirit will expose everything to you. Like there is no hiding. You know what I'm saying? People hiding shit. Like she like got like it was like she got on the elevator. I could tell she had an entity attachment. I could tell she was like a little bit more too into me than she was supposed to be. Even though she didn't say anything, I'll be reading energy and reading body language. So I remember when I got on the elevator, it was just me and her. This just happened, and she was so musty, y'all. Like she stunk so bad, and I was trying not to make it obvious because I'm not rude, but she smelled, and I was just like, she tried to get next to the elevator door to like get next to the exit or whatever. And I was like, no, bitch, I'm getting next to this motherfucking exit because you stink. And she was like an older female. She didn't say anything. She said something, but it was like one or two words. And I could tell when somebody is like trying to fake nice with a smirk and they really wicked and evil as hell. So she was like holding some shit. Like I feel like she was like casting some fucking spells and curses and hexes. I already knew. I was just like, bitch, you can't fuck with me. Like, I don't know. Like, y'all, I'm not arrogant, but my soul and my spirit, like, I'm really a spiritual beast. So I'm like, bitch, in the spirit, my team will body you. Like, I don't even have to lift a finger. I will take you out. But in the physical realm, I'm really like sweet and I don't look like what I am. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I say please and thank you and excuse me. So motherfuckers be having me fucked up. And I look younger than what I am. So motherfuckers be thinking I'm younger than what I am or I'm naive. I don't look, y'all, I don't look like what I done been through. Like, I don't look like what I am. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of motherfuckers try me like Dave Loaf, and they be you gonna I'm gonna kill your whole motherfucking family type of vibes, okay, type shit, okay. I don't look like it, but in the spirit, if you come for me, if you think you about to play on my top, you get what I'm saying? Because you think I don't know what I got. A lot of motherfuckers that operate in the shadows, y'all, they'll send motherfuckers into your reality, and these motherfuckers on a dummy mission, and they'll be like, oh, I see her energy, I see this, I see that, whether it's a female or male or whatever. And then it's like, bitch, I know you're a witch, I know you're an old witch, I know you from a third world, I know you're from Iraq, I know you practice and playing gym magic. Like, I'm a psychic, I'm super psychic, bro. Like, I could see across the realms and everything. So I'm just like, look at this musty old bitch, like like, I'm just like, look at this musty old bitch. Like, bitch, I can't even sit in the elevator with your ass because you so musty, y'all. I be joking, y'all. I'm playing, but I'm not playing. And it be crazy. Like, I be like, I literally sat there, looked at her ass, looked her up and down, and was just like, bitch, I'm getting off this elevator. Like, but I'm going to look at you, and I ain't even going to say shit to you, but whatever you doing is already destroyed. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm so happy to be here, bro. Like, I had to put in that work. You get what I'm saying? I had to pay the cost to be the boss. But y'all, this is the energy, okay? I had to share that with y'all because it just happened. Of course, I purified myself, cleansed my space. But it's a lot of motherfuckers that's really under fire, and they, people around you in your environment, they may live in your building, your apartment, your neighborhood, in your community, and you might they see you and notice you, but you see them and you just keep it moving. Like, you really don't be that interested in motherfuckers, but they be so interested in you. That's how you know what I'm saying, some spiritual shit is happening. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of the times, as being a chosen one, like, we be minding our business, y'all, and people be just so interested in us, coming up to us, trying to, listening to other people talk to us, seeing how we interact with other people, like, and it just be like, once we get to a certain level, we know, like, bitch, I heard you, I heard you, and I picked up on your energy before I saw you. Then I saw you. I'm already 10 steps ahead. But you know what I'm saying? I'm all praise to the divine of my spirit team, y'all. I ain't gonna go too deep into it, but motherfuckers that was practicing some of that Haitian voodoo, some of that gym magic, like that old bitch that I've just seen in the elevator, oh yeah, I can tell that this old bitch, went through some form of initiation, went, in her country or with her people abroad. Okay, I could tell that she went through some form of initiation, like, people that have joined voodoo houses and certain Eastern Stars and Masons, not the ones that practice with integrity and just protect themselves, et cetera, but the ones that abuse, spirituality and magical practices and spiritual systems. They especially the older ones, they are the bitch that I got in the elevator with, y'all, and I gotta call her a bitch because she is, she really is in multiple different ways. But it's like they are older and they feel like they know more. And they feel like, oh, this young woman or male, or no, they probably don't know. And it's like they jump to conclusions when really that person is cloaked. Really, that person outranks you in the magic that you are abusing. You get what I'm saying? Everybody that practices magic, y'all, in America and globally, it does not mean that they or are ordained to practice certain spiritual practices, okay, and to abuse them, okay, because of their lack of evolution, their lack of ascension, their lack of divine connection. You get what I'm saying? So I'm hearing, ooh, that's the energy, y'all. So there, and I'm bringing this up because I have a, it's a lot of motherfuckers that I have run into, church cults, older males and females, pastors, deacons, motherfuckers that feel like they Bible thumpers, but they really be into magic behind the scenes and into doing casting all types of illusions and spells. And I just, the bitch that was in the elevator that I just seen y'all, like, I'm like, bitch, who the fuck taught you to practice what you practice? Like, I see you. I see you. I see you in your head chanting. I could pick up on that energy, bitch. I see you doing what you're doing. Like, you're not slick. You're dumb. Because a lot of the times when motherfuckers don't think that you on point, when you really 10 to 20 steps ahead of them, because spirit keeps you 10 to 20 steps ahead of the competition, the ops, what the fuck they doing ain't gonna work, because you already see them, you already clocking them before you see them, you already seen and felt shifts putting itself in your environment, in the spirit, energetically, and then the physical. The physical is the last place that it's going to show up. Energetically and spiritually, it has to go there first, hit there first, and then when you see it in the physical, it's just like, okay, but bitch, I already saw you, like, before I see you in the physical. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to describe it. If you super psychic, if are a divine being, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, it just be like, I don't know, like, my higher self just feel like these old dirty witch bitches, and younger ones as well, warlocks and shit, that just be into that sewer magic and to be into casting spells, and just feeling like they so above the program. Bitch, you're not. You're not, bitch. You're seen. You're exposed. The shit failed. Get your money back, bitch, for your broke. A lot of these motherfuckers that have been paying for work to go against me, y'all, and other chosen beings. They done lost their money. They done bet their home, their life. They done bet working with these dark entities, and their ass is on the chopping block with everybody that they work with. See, just like the old bitch in the elevator that I just seen from Iraq. Bitch, you fucked up. You not right in the head. You possessed with that damn magic, and caught up in that system that you think that you bigger than the program. Bitch, there are beings out here, that spiritual beings, that otherworldly beings like me and many others that outrank you. You can't pull that shit on any and everybody, just like they look like because they look like they regular, because they look like they green, because they look like they young. That gets you fucked up. That gets you cursed. That old bitch that tried to put some shit on me in the elevator, she's cursed. Her kids are cursed. Her whole bloodline is getting wiped out. Why? Because I already seen what the fuck she was doing and called judgment. It's simple. It's that simple. I don't gotta do nothing else. Okay. So these motherfuckers they gonna learn going into the grave. That's just pretty much what it is. Some people don't learn until they on their way into the grave, y'all. And that's just what it is. When people are coming after you to hurt you, and working with the ops against you in the spirit, and just trying to get this and that, but the ops is fucked up, and then the ops is fucked up because they work with other ops that was fucked up. They tricked them into coming for you, and they all are dying and fucked up and going to jail and losing it all and spiraling out of control. Misery loves company. So they're just gonna go and try to get more people that's stupid as fuck, that practice in the shadows, that don't know any better, that's desperate, and they're gonna end up losing their motherfucking lives as well, their freedom as well, wiping out their bloodlines as well. Join the fucking party, okay? That's what I'm picking up on, okay? Literally, spirit is literally showing me, you know what I'm saying? So especially, that bitch was so musty. And these karmics, y'all, be so fucking musty. They be dusty and musty as fuck. And they be so concerned about the chosen ones. Like, what we're doing. If we're washing our ass, they not washing their ass. Okay. Their energy is musty and dirty and stinky, like that bitch in the elevator. That's why they cursed. That's why they fucked up. That's why they going through what they going through. Okay, because they're not focusing on themselves, bettering themselves, washing their ass. Okay, getting their minds out of the gutter. So they're going to the gutter, they go, okay? Drain the swamps, okay, is what I'm hearing. So let's get into this deeper, okay? So these motherfuckers are doing illegal business dealings, okay? This was a person that was working with somebody's karmic mother figure that wanted to stop their success, a divine feminine success, okay, a divine earth angel and or star seed. This karmic mother was doing sex magic on this divine feminine star seed from a child. Okay, before this star seed remember her mission or her identity or her soul, this karmic mother figure wanted to steal her identity with another parental figure and other family members. So they was already I'm hearing they already had did a ritual to sacrifice this divine feminine as a baby, as an infant, okay, to the devil, okay, to a dark entity for money, power, and fame, because they pierced into this baby's destiny through dark divination, and they saw that this baby was very abundant, had a lot of protection, had fame, had affluence, okay, associated with their life, in power associated with their life, their soul essence, okay, their earth walk, not for this karmic mother figure, not for these wicked parental figures and or family members, okay, but this karmic mother was this divine feminine's worst enemy. I'm hearing that they wanted this divine feminine not to make it, okay, past early childhood, because they were sending these I'm hearing they were poisoning this divine feminine's food, doing sex magical rituals on this divine feminine's energy in their dream state, okay, as they were dreaming in the astral realm, stealing their energy, okay, and this karmic mother figure spirit is telling me that she paid ex-lovers, especially during the divine feminine's adolescent teenage years, okay, to go against this divine feminine and to attach cords and to break this divine feminine's heart and to portray this divine feminine, because your mother is usually your first teacher, okay, your parents are usually your first teacher, and this karmic mother figure that was jealous and envious was breaking the heart, portraying the trust of this divine feminine since childhood, with the other parental figure that was also karmic, take it how it resonates, and or other family members, okay, because they was jealous and they wanted the destiny of this divine feminine, okay. So this karmic mother figure and these or parental figures work with other family members to pay certain romance scammers, certain fake friends, certain lover boys, okay, certain Decepticons, warlocks, okay, that were into basically doing sex magic, attaching cords to victims, okay. The male that they paid is what I'm hearing during the divine feminine's early teenage or mid to end teenage years or whatever, was used to selling themselves, selling their dick, selling their ass, uh uh doing sex magic to get by, to eat, to survive, okay. So they didn't mind, okay, fucking the divine feminine over, and literally fucking the divine feminine, that was pure and that still is pure and a virgin, but they wanted to join the hate train with the karmic parental figures and family members on trying to steal the destiny of this divine feminine, while throwing their burdens and their bad karma, his bad karma, on the divine feminine, like her karmic parental figures did, karmic mother figure, karmic father figure, karmic parental figures, karmic family members, were trying to curse and hex and destroy all aspects of this divine feminine's life, because they wanted the money, they wanted the fame, they wanted the luck, they wanted the blessings, they wanted the protection. And so they were able to get that and do that by siphoning energy from the divine feminine. I'm hearing this is a karmic mother figure that had an unhealthy sexual tie and association with this divine feminine sexual energy, because she felt like it was hers. She felt like it belonged to her. She felt like open doors and money and opportunities that came from her harvesting her daughter's sexual energy from young. This is the evil, wicked witch of the West mother, mammy figure, okay? Very evil, very cutthroat, very masculine, very wicked, okay? She didn't, I'm hearing Snow White, okay? The energy of the divine feminine is Snow White. The Snow White, the witch that wanted Snow White to kill Snow White with her eating the poisonous apple. And it's really crazy because my karmic mother figure used to show me the movie Snow White. I went to go see the play in New York and Broadway, Beauty and the Beast. Okay, literally, she was my karmic mother, y'all. This is a side note, was programming me with these Disney movies with MK Ultra with high level root work, okay, like many divine feminines and masculines that were born into certain families with a lot of witches and warlocks and a lot of heavy jinn and dark entity attachments and demons just riddling, you know, one they don't want me talking one side of your family or another. Okay, I remember I went to go see Beauty and the Beast several times, Cinderella several times, Lion King several times. And the Lion King, they was trying to do sacrifice in that. I remember, but I remember in Snow White, I remember going to the play, but I remember Beauty and the Beast, and I went multiple times to Broadway to see that. But I remember watching those Disney movies, and you know, a lot of the times I didn't know as a child, like many of us didn't know, but those Walt Disney movies were programming us, okay, to be sex slaves, okay, to be child to be trafficked, okay, as children, okay, in the spirit, okay, energetically, okay, when we slept, okay, in the astral realm, when we didn't know exactly what was happening to us. It was subconsciously programming us, to think about sex, okay, not outwardly but subconsciously. Okay, if y'all don't know, you could check it out on YouTube. It's basically like Disney movies talking about, sex and, implying sexual contact and etc. But it's kind of cloaked and hidden, you know. But that's basically what this karmic mother figure was doing. Programming, doing heavy levels of mind control, trying to block the divine feminine's gifts as a child. She was born as a crystal high priestess and also a earth angel, etc., amongst many other things. This karmic mother wanted to enslave this divine feminine's sexual energy through sex magic and through working with multiple other romance scammers, including this warlock that was in the community or in the town or in the neighborhood, literally, where this divine feminine grew up. What she didn't know is that this karmic masculine, along with other friends and people that were so-called friends and people in the community, was all working with this karmic mother figure out secretly in the physical and definitely in the spirit. Okay, to siphon energy, to take back information to this karmic mother figure, so that she knew what to attack, so that she knew what to take action towards to steal. And so, yeah, this is not a clean cut. Clean cut is in the reverse. This warlock, this is a warlock that was working with a group, and also spirit is saying with their spouse. Okay, so a karmic feminine that also was working with this karmic mother to steal the identity theft and fraud was done in the divine feminine's name, along with this wicked karmic mother. In my case, her name is Celinda Boyd Graham. Okay, of the DMV, worked for Children's Hospital. Okay, from Norfolk, Virginia. Okay, resides in Clinton, Maryland. Had, et cetera, et cetera. And the male that she chose, that was, to attack me with, among several, was the so-called guy that I thought I was in love with in high school, that I chose to give my virginity to, that had did sex magic and love spells on me and glamour magic on me to trick me out of my life and my purity, and also to do a humiliation ritual so that I could be seen as the whore that he and the karmic mother was, as well as the frenemy that he wanted to compete secretly with me with, even after I walked away. Okay, so take it how it resonates for you. Divine feminine spirit shows this to me in this way. Yeah, this divine being is a light worker, divine feminine, such as myself. Okay, of the divine collective. I know I'm not the only one that experienced this, so I'm speaking to the collective, okay? As well as I speak to myself, okay? That's just exactly what it is, okay? We're multi-dimensional beings here. These people are not going to be able to get away with this because they wanted to unalive a divine being from fulfilling their divine mission and doing light work for the Most High and for their ancestors, as well as for the planet, okay? This karmic mother figure and dark X, wicked ass X, warlock, dark wicked werewolf, okay, that loves to do dark demonic shapeshifter, that loves to do full moon rituals and turns into a beast and loves to drink itself into a fucking stupor and loves to do a lot of alcohol and hard drugs, crack, heroin. Okay, I'm hearing meth, really really hard drugs this warlock is on and does currently. He wants to numb the pain and forget because he's ruined his life trying to unalive a divine being, a light worker and or earth angel, okay, with this karmic mother figure that he worked with, that he was paid by, and that he was also fucking on amongst other family members to destroy this divine feminine, because she didn't want to deal with him and his third parties and him being a piece of shit in the past, and him just being wicked and him being a Decepticon, and his pride and ego was hurt, and he, I feel like he dealt with abandonment issues and mommy issues and etc. But the divine feminine dealt with all of that as well, and she didn't try to kill, steal, and destroy. She went and sat down and went to go heal. So this warlock doesn't want to be forgotten. Okay, this divine feminine ghosted his stupid ass and cut him the fuck off like the goofy ass evil clown that he always has been and that he still is. Okay, along with this karmic mother figure that's a fucking freak. Okay, they both freaks and they both wanted to be body bags and walk in the light of the divine feminine. Yeah, treat him different, but make sure he's not an imposter. Yeah, the divine feminine in the past seen this Decepticon hoe ass nigga as something that he didn't even see that he could be because he didn't love himself. The divine feminine had love for this warlock as a friend and then as a partner, she was seeing him as a worthy spouse, and that's something that he never was. That was something that he never could be for himself, for anybody, and definitely towards the divine feminine then or now. Okay, a lot of time has passed. The divine feminine has moved the fuck on. He wanted the divine feminine to be stuck because he was working with this karmic mother figure, his fucking wife that he went and married and that put him under goddamn love spells. It's a fucking joke. So now this goddamn karmic couple is watching the divine feminine, stalking the divine feminine, virtually hacking devices, sending in monitoring spirits, all because she doesn't want to be with him. She doesn't want to deal with these wicked ass family members, mother figures. Yeah, they're look, they expected the divine feminine to still be experiencing childhood trauma. No, she sat down. Okay, she sat her ass down and healed. Okay, that's what we do. You're supposed to sit down and heal so you don't have those same wounds. So when this warlock was sent back in by this karmic mother working with this cult and this dirty ass witch bitch that he's with, okay, in the daylight with a lavender marriage, okay, a lavender marriage bride, while he's fucking on other females, underage, children, animals, males, transsexuals. This warlock is a fucking freak. Okay, and he's also it's organ harvesting. Okay, a whore. Okay, so he's into all forms of whoredom. Okay, but he's into organ harvesting as well as trafficking people's energy, working with this dark cult that he is a part of to attack people, to attach cords to people, to drain their sexual energy, which is their form of life force, which is their form of money. If somebody drains and attaches cords to your creative sexual chakra energy or to your sexual organ, then they're draining you of, especially if you're very abundant like this divine feminine, they're draining you of all your life force. They're draining you of all your creativity. They're draining you of all of your energy, your life force to create your manifestation energies. Okay. Um, and I'm hearing this warlock would also in his targets, and this is many targets. This warlock has killed many people. This couple has killed many people. This cult that they're associated with kills a lot of people because they harvest and destroy and attach themselves to people, drain them with black magic, Haitian voodoo, putting them on the altar, okay, cursing them, hexing them, okay, trying to attach cords to them and attack and reenact I'm hearing energetic cords in their sleep. They love when people don't know who the fuck they are or what they do because they're able to successfully hit the target. Okay, they love when people stay unhealed or stay bitter or stay wounded or stay hurt because they're able to come back and trigger them out of energy whenever they want. This is what this warlock wanted and planned to do with this divine feminine, but she had already healed her childhood wounds and let this warlock go, and anybody else in his energy that he sent towards her go. Any friends that were sent towards her that resembled fake frenemies of the past, she let them go. These karmic family members, these karmic mother figures, the divine feminine let them go, and now they have blood on their hands. Whew. They got blood on their hands from this this is a sex ring, a sex cult, an organized crime ring. They steal people's identities, and they also sell people's organs on the black market. This warlock, okay, this warlock with this Jezebel, dirty Jezebel. Both of them are dirty Jezebels, but he a witch bitch, but he just a warlock, and she a witch bitch, but she just a dirty ass sewer maiden. Okay, they cut up bodies, okay, hide bodies. They've unalived children, women, men, etc., elderly people, okay, for money. Okay, they harvest people's organs. They do things over people's organs to extract energy. They also drink the blood of their victims. Okay, yeah, they sell it on the black market. They could also sell melanin and different things like that. But definitely organs. These people are into organ trafficking, sex trafficking as well, spiritually and physically. And they like to set people up, rape people, destroy people, have people not knowing what to do, feeling hopeless. I'm hearing this karmic warlock as a Satanist and also a sadist. They love to torment people and for them to feel helpless because this warlock and this dirty witch bitch that he married to are reflections of each other. They were raped or tormented or beaten or victims of emotional abuse, mental abuse, spiritual abuse, verbal abuse. When they were younger, or by a loved one or a parental figure or family member, etc. So they love to torment other people. They're like badass kids, demonic ass kids. I'm hearing weapons. That scary movie, I haven't watched it, but it's like when these children are like dead, but they're being used as weapons. This is what I feel like. I haven't watched the movie, but from what I've seen in the commercial, it's like they're like little dead kids, and they torment people in the community at night or whatever. This could be of significance. This is what this warlock is, this witch is, this people that operate in low vibrational in the shadows, that torment and steal and kill and destroy, and make pacts with dark entities and devils. They are the devils that they have become, the devils that destroyed them, and they like to destroy other people. They get off on it. They love getting off on murdering people and getting off on it, drinking people's blood, eating people. Okay, taking in their energy, heavily picking up on. They have associations. Dark oaths were taken in associations with people of that carry. I'm hearing that operate as Babylonians, and I'm also picking up on people that carry. I'm hearing people that carry the energy of from the Caucasus. Okay, people that have to eat people and drink blood as vampires because they can't manifest and co-create. Okay, so they have to, the only release and manifestation abilities they get is stealing innocence from children and destroying and siphoning and sacrificing divine beings, and they can't do that anymore. This warlock is losing, is upset with this karmic couple, as well as this karmic parental figure and mother figure is upset that they're losing their grip on the divine feminine because she healed her trauma. Okay, it is continuing to heal and evolve and ascend past them. Okay, yeah, abortions in the reverse. This warlock and this karmic mother figure, as well as this couple and this cult, was attacking the divine feminine's sexual organs. Okay, trying to cause the divine feminine to have, whether she was pregnant or not in the past, to have abortion like cramps. Abortion like cramps when the divine feminine wasn't even on her cycle. That was because they were trying to rip the energy and the life out of the divine feminine, okay, energetically, through doing different forms of energy manipulation, emotional manipulation, organ harvesting. That's a form of organ harvesting as well. Not just when you go and cut, steal the organs out of a person's physical body. It's when you are doing things in the spirit, okay, sending witchcraft to extract, okay, from a person that is a very abundant source. They're not able to do that anymore. That doesn't work. Okay, them sending in fake lovers to the divine feminine does not work anymore. She's able to see. She's able to see beyond the veil. She's activated her powers through healing and evolving and growing, and not allowing this wicked warlock, these ex-lovers, these family members, these parental figures, these frenemies, to destroy her heart. This is why they say your heart must be weighed on the scale of Mayat. Okay, these people are under judgment now for what they've done to the divine feminine, what they tried to do, what they did in a past life, what they did earlier in this lifetime, and all the people that this couple has taken out, this cult has taken out and murdered. Okay, a lot of blood is on their hands, as well as these karmic parental members and family members. Okay, because this wasn't the first family member that they took out. This is a karmic demented bloodline. This is why the divine feminine was born, okay, to break those generational curses, so that the future generations of the lineage could have a chance. Okay, because these entities and demons, okay, and dark oaths that past family members that were operating in the shadows made, okay, was crippling the bloodline. Okay, causing severe poverty, causing trauma, causing mental illness, causing drug abuse. I'm hearing causing schizophrenia, causing causing abuse of children, sexual abuse of children, mental, emotional, physical, as well as sexual penetration of little girls and little boys. This is what these entities do to plague the bloodline, to continue to torment, the children, so that when they get older, they don't heal. You know what I'm saying? Those entities are able to then come back and access them through those wounds, okay? Through those sexual wounds, usually it's really the traumas, the spiritual abuse, you get what I'm saying? The sexual abuse, the pain, the rejection, the guilt, the shame. That is what these entities and these demons, unchecked, especially with somebody operating and living out of the ego, which is the false self, it leads them into death. It leads them into jail. It leads them into hell in the underworld. It's no way out. You see, the only way out is in. It's not with killing people and offering them as sacrifices, or looking like you made it, or wearing these designer brands and that's all you care about, and making sure your hair is done, and making sure you look the part, and making sure you got the house and the car and the cars and the clothes and the trips and the hoes, etc. is what I'm picking up on. None of that matters if inside you're spiritually dead, you're spiritually wounded, you're spiritually stuck in that trauma that happened to you as a child. You know, you grow older, but you never evolve and expand. And so you really are just a part of the living dead. Okay, this is what I'm hearing. It says the evil karmics, their spell work is now being reversed. So this is what's going on with them, because they sent a lot of death spells and sacrifice spells towards the womb of this divine feminine, and also towards the love life, the I'm hearing business, career, okay, and towards the stability, as well as towards the manifestations and creative energy, as well as I'm hearing they sent death and sacrifice spells and did a lot of that magic. This cult, this couple, with this X in it, and this the karmic family members, because they all wanted the divine feminine's destiny as a supreme being. They were sending death and a whole lot of sacrifice spells and illusion and glamour to disconnect. They wanted to disconnect the divine feminine's protection, and they also wanted to disconnect the divine feminine from connecting to source, as well as connecting to her spirit team, her ancestors, her guides, her guardians. Okay, and they wanted the divine feminine to not listen to her intuition. They wanted the divine feminine to not trust her gut, to not trust her heart, to not trust her own logic, okay, from past situations that she had already experienced and learned from. You know, that's why they tell you when you go through certain things, you're supposed to learn from it. You know, certain things that happen to you doesn't they're not you. You get what I'm saying? You experience them for a reason, whether you know it or not. It could have been something from a past life that you failed to learn. But as you continue on, you take that lesson and you move differently because of it. You get what I'm saying? If you learn the lesson, you don't got to stay in that. You can move on. You can move forward. You don't have to stay in that and in that betrayal or that heartbreak or that trauma forever. You know, similar to a child that was abused and isolated and was under heavy witchcraft or MK Ultra, and you get what I'm saying, was the target for a lot of different forms of abuse. You don't have to carry that abuse around. You don't have to carry those wounds around. As a child, you don't know any better. You know what I'm saying? As a child, you just feeling helpless. You're like, damn, I can't get out of this. Like, how do I get out of this? But as you become an adult, it's your job to heal your inner child. And the only way to do that is to face it, to relive it, okay, and to heal your inner child, and then to be gentle with your inner child. Okay, because your inner child is always going to be the purest part of you. If your inner child is wounded and damaged and hate and feels like it's not worthy and it hates itself, then you're going to be an adult walking around feeling like all of those things. You're going to be carrying that. You get what I'm saying? So it's your job to reparent your inner child. Whether you openly express and put it all out there like how I do, or expose the devil, and you get what I'm saying, and stand in your truth, or whether you go through it to a therapist or you write it in a journal or whatever you do, as long as you do the healing, that's all that really matters. You get what I'm saying? And the Most High knows when you do that healing. You can't pretend to do you can't elevate and not do the spiritual work, because the divine knows the frequency that you would be on. The ether knows the frequency that you would be on if you did the spiritual work. See, that's why when people steal energy and opportunities from people, but they don't carry that frequency on their own, they got a cloak, and then when you look at them at their uncloaked, at their purest form, they don't have the energy for what to match what they have, whether they're ranked, whether what they do, a certain title, you know what I'm saying, a certain ranking, a certain power. They don't have it doesn't match, because they were just stealing, killing, and destroying to get it. Okay. And so, yeah, that people get stripped of everything. They get stripped of power. They get stripped of their protection. They get stripped, in the spirit and in the physical. Okay. Spiritual court is a real thing. Yeah. This warlock tried to come towards this divine feminine and was leeching and manifesting off of this divine feminine in secret, okay, in the shadows, with weaponizing this witchcraft, okay, using this divine feminine sexual energy and raping this divine feminine in her dreams, and coming into her dreams and in the astral realm, attaching cords and draining this divine feminine, as well as working with these karmic family members to send in ex-lovers in the same energy with the same demons and the same entities that this warlock carried, because that was all going to fund them. Okay, that's what they were doing. This warlock, when he was extracting from this divine feminine with witchcraft across the realms, in the spirit, in the dream state, in the astral, okay, in the physical with these other lovers, etc., with having a connection or open door to trigger the divine feminine, it all goes back to energy, okay? So he was taking this shit back to his bitch. He was taking this shit back to his lovers. He was taking this shit back to the cult. He was taking this energy back to the divine feminine's karmic wicked ass mammy figures and parental figures and whoever the fuck they was taking the money and energy back to, okay? This divine feminine was funding a whole goddamn dark community and didn't even know it while she was suffering because she was taking on their bad karma, but no more. Fighting their demons, okay, fighting them hating themselves while they was getting high off of the divine feminine supply, getting high off the hog, as they like to say it in the South. Somebody can have family that comes from the South, okay? Yeah, the charity is in the reverse. Spirit is saying, bitch, my baby is not no charity for these wicked ass family members. Everybody is under motherfucking judgment, and they got to give everything back that they took. Energy, all the stolen energy, all manipulated circumstances for the divine feminine to pour into these people, these wicked friends, family members, exes, for them to go run off and give to everybody else and never restore and replenish and didn't even have it in their mind to give back. They're under severe judgment. Okay, the money, the energy, anybody that these karmic people went to that knew the divine feminine personally, friends, family members, exes, anybody, anywhere that money and energy went and open doors and ranking went, intellectual stolen property went, they got to give it all up. Charity in the reverse. They thought they was gonna get away with this. Yeah, it's a warlock, a karmic couple that could be drugging themselves. The warlock could be heavily strung out on drugs and addiction right now, drinking itself into a fucking early grave. Yeah, this death magic is returning upon them, and he can't take it. This karmic couple is destroyed. Okay, they hate each other. They're sick of each other. This karmic feminine that's with this warlock that's openly closeted bisexual, definitely into males and into cos dressing as a transgender and also into fucking transgenders for money and for pleasure. Everything is coming out. Okay, I cannot make this up. Everything is coming to the light. This death magic is destroying all of their false fantasy worlds and masks and illusions, and also they're under severe judgment, so they have no protection. They're stripped of all rank. This warlock is stripped of any rank that he had, any power that he had. All stolen energy from the divine feminine and other people and children and elderly people that they stole from other feminines that were targeted. Oh, because they do a lot of sacrificing and killing. This is what they do for work. Okay, this is how they really get their money, and then they wash it through these storefronts, you know. But the numbers ain't adding up. Everybody ain't coming in there motherfucking store paying cash for every motherfucking thing, and the feds is combing through their shit. The accounts could be on froze. Yeah, the death magic. Yeah, they continue when it's in this death magic because this divine, this karmic masculine. He's not divine. This warlock. He's obsessed with killing the divine feminine because he wanted to have money, fame, and influence, and he also wanted to live good with this karmic bitch with this lavender marriage on the divine feminine's dime, while he ran around and fucked and sucked and had his sexual fantasies with other males, with transgenders, with transsexuals, with underage women and underage men. And this warlock and this dirty karmic bitch also got AIDS. Okay, HIV, okay, AIDS, and it's an aggressive form because they was, and also this warlock is also experiencing organ failure because he was attacking the divine feminine's organs and wanting her to die of some sort of sexual disease, and nothing fucking worked. Okay, the more they could send that shit, the more that I'm hearing they spent that shit. This warlock was spending a whole lot of money on prostitutes, on transsexual prostitutes, okay, that he was paying, okay, and then also paying them to stay quiet. He was meeting them off of Tinder. He was meeting them off of, I'm hearing plenty of fish, okay, Tinder. I'm hearing yeah, he was meeting them off of IG. This warlock had a lot of fake pages and profiles. Facebook, it's all there. A burner phone and everything. Okay, this warlock has a whole lot of lives a double and or a triple life, but he doesn't want the public to know. He could have a position as a youth counselor or a community member or seen as somebody in his town or his community, okay, as a good guy, but he's being exposed for who the fuck he really is because he's nothing like what he portrays. Okay, I'm hearing the movie Lovely Bones, that evil ass wicked ass Caucasian male that was killing these young girls in the neighborhood, and every couple of months he would, you know, watch and look and see if people forgot, and when shit died down he would get that itch that he got to scratch. This warlock has that itch as well. He likes to kill people. Okay, he loves it. Him and this karmic bitch, which loves it. That's why they work with each other, because not out of love for the money, okay, not out of love for the the lifestyle. Okay, they like to kill. They thirst for blood. Okay, this warlock love has to feed. Okay, these dark entities that he conjures up, that he gets fueled off of. Okay, because he can't procreate because he's wicked. Him or his bitch. Okay, and yeah, this is the energy, y'all. They're going down. Okay, just like Lovely Bones. That the spirit. I'm hearing the spirits that this warlock took out. Okay, are haunting him and hunting him. He's not able to sleep. Just like that. Watch that movie, Lovely Bones. My spirit team just flashed in my mind's eye when that little girl, she ended up running home and she thought she was alive because she was fighting. Her spirit was fighting and fighting and fighting. And this the dude, the older pedophile freak, okay, with the bifocal glasses, go look at that movie. He thought he wasn't. He was used. When you see the end of the movie, it was a lot of little girls. I think it was one little girl of color, but it was a whole lot, or maybe one or two. But it was a lot of little Caucasian girls, and he was an older Caucasian male, and he would also lie. Like I remember, Spirit is showing me that. Ooh, Spirit is getting it, telling their business today. Okay, this warlock, okay, pretended that he had a wife. He was like, oh, my wife, my wife, my wife, and he was a sociopath. So everything would look polished, everything would look put together, but he really didn't have a wife. He didn't have a wife, but he didn't want people to think that he didn't have a wife, because they would say, okay, this is a single male. He lives by himself. He's kind of weird. He didn't want people to watch him, but they started watching him. And I just remember, like, the girl, who the youngest girl, his last victim, okay, the one that he thought was going to just be another victim because he was a serial killer of little girls and preteens and some teenagers. It was the innocence that he wanted out of them. He had an entity attachment, just like this warlock. Okay, they feast off of the blood of the innocent, of children, of people that divine, that feminine on that movie had the energy of in a sense of a divine being, okay, like a purity. He wanted that. He ate off of that. It wasn't just any old little girls. It was the ones that he would be able to trick, the ones that he would be able to get to, and the one, you get what I'm saying. The younger, the better. But if it was a preteen or a teenager that still had that same purity and innocence, I'm hearing he liked virgins. Okay, on that movie, he liked virgins. I'm hearing he liked to rape these little girls and steal and siphon their virginity and their innocence and their purity, and then he would strangle them and kill them and discard of them. Okay, and this is what this warlock likes to do with children as well as with divine feminines. Okay, with people that carry that divine innocence, whether they're young or whether they're just they carry that light in them. This warlock that is a part of this couple and a part of this cult, they like to feed off of the innocence. Okay, they like to feed and drink the blood type of energy. Okay, they get high off of it. They go fuck each other in it. They go manifest and open doors. They find their way out of spiritual crimes that they did. They cloak themselves. This is what they do. But it's coming to an end, just like that warlock. A dirty old pedophile, just like this warlock is a pedophile that likes children. Okay, and appears to be very innocent and clean cut. Okay, and a good guy, but he's really a fucking beast. Go watch that movie. It's no more. The divine feminine that he attacked was going to be his last victim. For him, this dirty witch bitch, okay, and this whole fucking cult, as well as this whole goddamn karmic community, as well as these multiple karmic families that were feeding off the divine feminist energy and wanting to kill her. Okay, yeah, this is the energy. He thought it was just going to be just like another sacrifice, okay, just like this warlock, okay, business as usual, okay, but this one was going to be different. This one was going to fight, okay. They were used to their victims not fighting, whether they didn't know, whether they were too young to fight, whether they were too naive, okay, etc. Okay, the divine feminine ended up fighting back, okay, a lot more than this warlock was expecting, okay. And this is what took him and his motherfucking dirty bitch and this dirty karmic family that he was working with and working in tangent with the dirty karmic bitches that were in the divine feminine's family, okay, so that they could steal that energy and steal the divine feminine's destiny, and it did not work. So it ended up taking everybody down. See, the one that you think is going to be just another target, just another victim, just another notch on their belt, just another body, okay, that they could benefit off of, that they could do rituals over, that they could drink the blood of, that they could steal the destiny of, steal the energy of, okay, it is the one that is going to put y'all in the fucking dirt. Yeah, that's the energy. I can't make it up. Yeah, it says, do not give up. You're almost there. Stay consistent. These people was continuing to do this motherfucking magic, this death magic, this warlock, this dirty witch couple. Okay, lying to the people in this cult. Okay, trying to get them to attack this divine feminine that was innocent. Okay, knowing that she was innocent, knowing that she wasn't attacking this warlock like he claimed. He was attacking her. He was attaching cords to her. He was raping her. He was stealing from her and working with this karmic bitch ass mammy and these wicked ass family members, okay, that wanted the divine feminine to be dead, and they worked with other warlocks and witches, okay, and romance scammers, okay, spiritual hitmen, okay, serial killers in the spirit to get this motherfucking job done, and it didn't. So the more that this warlock didn't want to give up, the more he was basically killing himself and killing everything connected to him. Yeah, down low lifestyle being exposed. No more killing for you, bitch. No more drinking the blood of the babes for you, oh. And this down low lifestyle of this warlock and how he really like to give it up, how he really likes to give it up and get fucked is what I'm hearing. Yeah, by a lot of transsexuals, and I'm hearing he likes to dress up as well. I can't make it up. Dress up and put on wigs and child. Somebody could be having a car accident soon and be rushed to the hospital associated with this warlock. Yeah, he likes to dress up like a bitch, okay? He likes to dress up and get fucked like a bitch, okay? Buy a dude dressed like a bitch too, okay? Yeah, fucking crazy, okay? He loves that, okay? That's his itch that he loves, another itch that he loves to scratch, on top of raping little kids and destroying divine beings and killing, okay, and sacrificing animals and doing all this gay sex, okay? So to rank up in these fucking cults, okay? It says their ill intentions for you have been reversed upon their own head. Yeah, this is what they didn't expect. This is what this warlock didn't expect. He likes to trauma bond with his victims. He likes to trauma bond with the people that he usually goes for and keep those wounds open, because see, he carries those wounds. So if you have those wounds, just like the him trauma bonding with this witch bitch that they both fucking can't stand each other and hate each other, but they stay with each other for the money. They both gold diggers. They trauma bond with each other, okay? They got the same wounds, okay? And this warlock wanted the divine feminine to have those same wounds, because the difference is from the karmic feminines that this warlock loves to rotate out in and out as a misogynist and as a freak. Okay, when he really likes males and trannies even just as much as pussy. Okay, he like his boy pussy to get fucked. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. He wanted the divine feminine to keep those wounds so that he can have an open access to the divine feminine's energy whenever he wanted, even in the spirit and in the dream realm. Okay, this is the energy that I'm picking up on. This warlock is getting his ass beat, tore out the frame by spirit. Okay, the storms of Oya is destroying him and everybody that he worked with, everything in this warlock's life that he valued and trusted. Okay, and people that his reputation, masks, money, businesses, okay, fake ass reputations is going down. Yeah, don't be lazy, put in the work. This warlock is fucking lazy, okay? This is why shit is going down. He like to steal energy. He would put energy into paying for spell work. He would put energy into killing, stealing, and destroying. He would put energy into stealing from this divine feminine. Okay, trying to block her roads, trying to block her love life, trying to attack her womb, trying to make sure she wasn't happy, trying to make sure she didn't have no kids, trying to make sure she didn't have a house or a home or a window to throw it out of, trying to make sure she didn't have no peace, trying to make sure she didn't have a job, trying to make sure her career was ruined, trying to make sure she wasn't using her spiritual gifts. Because this warlock, as he was doing this death magic and sacrificing everything in this divine feminine's life behind the scenes like a little punk bitch, okay, and then coming in her life just to see to appear as if he was a friend when really he was working with her karmic family members and this fucking cult to take her out and steal her destiny. Now that shit is backfired upon them. They being seen in their own goddamn light and they can't get out of it. Yeah, this is not a good man. Archangel Michael helped this divine feminine to heal, okay, to heal and embody the energy of love and to restore herself and to heal those wounds. Yeah, this divine feminine has healed. She doesn't trust this warlock. She don't trust these people of the past. Okay, this karmic mother figure, these parental figures that sold her to the devil as a child. I'm hearing, for money and fame, just the same way that this warlock tried to sell this divine feminine soul to another dark entity. Okay, we could say to the devil. Okay, and now all this coming to collect their motherfucking souls and the souls of the people that they fucking love. Okay, yeah, this is the energy. Yeah, the divine feminine has self-discipline, okay, morals, integrity, and values, as well as now self-love. Okay, so she doesn't need validation outside of herself from these wicked ass family members, from these fake friends from the past, from people that have the same spirits and entity attachments that are in her physical reality, okay, in the spirit as well as in the physical. It's not needed. The divine feminine already is validated by the Most High, by her spirit team. These people mean nothing, but they still continuing to watch the divine feminine every day, because even though they hate her, even though they hate her because they can't beat her, even though they hate her because they'll never beat her, and they will never defeat her. Yeah, we popping right now, and we gonna keep popping our shit. Okay, that's the energy. They're jealous. They're envious. They hate the divine feminine, but they won't stop watching. Okay, they can't stop watching. Okay, because they failed. Okay, they failed. They wanted the energy of this divine feminine. They wanted the stardom. They wanted the fame, and now they gotta sit down and choke on that shit while they go into the fucking grave. We're watching the divine feminine. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about a nigga. Split the deck. Yeah, the divine feminine don't give a fuck about this dirty ass warlock with a dirty ass dick, with a sitting next to a dirty ass witch bitch. But he thinking about the divine feminine. That's fucking crazy. And then he cheating on this damn witch bitch with every fucking thing with a warm hole, and she's sitting there fucked up, pregnant woman that this warlock done murdered because he didn't want wanted to get back to and get back to stain his reputation. Yeah, STD partner sneaking around. I can't make this up. Spirit is talking. This dirty ass warlock also took out a transsexual male that is a male that presents as a female, wears wigs, okay, still has a penis. Yeah, that this warlock like to suck and also like to get fucked by. I'm hearing they would bend over and fuck each other. This warlock prefers to get fucked, but he'll bend over and take it too. I'm hearing both of these motherfuckers with switch hitters wearing wigs and panties and everything, Victoria's Secret style. If you don't know, I'm hearing they probably bought some Victoria's Secret. Okay, if you don't know, Victoria's Secret was started by a gay male that loved to dress up, tranny style, drag queen style. This is what this warlock is. Thank you, Spirit, for exposing. Yeah, somebody is going into the hospital. It could be this warlock that was doing any and everything to win it against this divine feminine and win at all costs. This couple, okay, to increase their finances. Yeah, they wanted these finances to go up by taking this divine feminine out with their karmic family and working with this cult that they convinced that they would be able to successfully level up and that it would be nothing wrong. I'm hearing it would be just an easy lick, just like normal, and it has been nothing like that. Okay, this warlock could be going into the hospital. Okay, this bitch could be going into the hospital. The people connected to this cult. I'm just picking up on a whole lot of hospital visits. I'm surprised the siren isn't on, because a lot of the times the siren comes on, and it's all because they were sending this death magic, sacrifice magic, root work to try to attack the divine feminine's health, to try to attack the divine feminine's wealth. They didn't want her to have shit. They didn't want her to have no health. They was attacking her beauty, this dirty nigga and this dirty witch bitch that he was with, as well as the karmic family members. They was attacking the divine feminine's money, okay, stability. Okay, they didn't want the divine feminine to have nothing, a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. Okay, and now that's the severe poverty that they're going into, mentally being destroyed. Okay, mentally spiritually being hunted and haunted and stopped and beat upside the head. This warlock is trying to sedate itself with hard drugs and alcohol, because what he wished and was doing to the divine feminine, just like he was doing to many of his other victims, is now happening to him, and he's too pussy to take it. Okay, yeah, they wanted a blank slate. They wanted a fresh new start. This karmic couple with the karmic family members. They wanted to work. They was working with the karmic mother figure and family members to steal an inheritance policy, okay, that a divine feminine had in her name that was for her. Okay, they were this fucking dirty ass couple, this ex and this dirty ass witch bitch that worked with this karmic fucking disgusting ass mammy that's going into the fucking hospital, into the fucking grave for her treason against the divine feminine. Yeah, they wanted that money. They wanted that money. They wanted their properties. They wanted hidden accounts. Okay, they was literally robbing this divine feminine blind. Okay, and they do that to a lot of people, and they're under judgment for it. And they got it. They're going in spiritual jail, mental prison, and physical jail. They're going the fuck to jail. Okay, hearing this warlock could die, in a hospital. It could be a prison hospital. Okay, he's going the fuck to jail. Him and this karmic dirty witch bitch and everybody that they work with. Everybody is going to pay according to their crimes, according to the magic that was done, according to the work that was paid for, according to their crimes, and nobody is getting no fucking money. Nobody getting a fucking payout. This karmic couple was working with this karmic mother figure that had multiple high level price debt. I'm hearing death policies on the divine feminine that she was not aware of. Okay, and she promised that this warlock and this dirty witch bitch, which was a frenemy and a jealous hater of the divine feminine as well. That's why these bitches even got together to gang up and attack the divine feminine and try to be her and compete with her while just trying to destroy and disrupt her life when she didn't give a fuck about this frenemy or this fucking ex. And he butthurt about it. Okay, he's fucking hurt. His mother, he's fucking twisted and disgusted. He's a goddamn beast. Okay, he's not even a fucking person. Okay, at this point, he's a fucking vampire. He's an energy vampire. They are, and they going in the fucking dirt. Yeah, they thought this money was coming in different ways because, okay, they thought the money was going to come in different ways. Thank you, Spirit. This warlock wanted the spiritual gifts, talents, and abilities of this divine feminine, especially this intellectual abilities. Okay, divine ancient wisdom. Okay. And he not getting nothing, okay? And all the energy that he did steal in the past, everything, energy, intellectual property, money, open doors, is being ripped from him, okay? Him and everybody else that he gave the energy and money to, okay? Outside from, without the divine feminine's consent and will, with this dirty bitch ass offer that he offered the divine feminine. It was a filthy fucking offer. It was a filthy fucking offer for his filthy fucking ass, and he could eat that shit with them dirty ass bitches that's okay with that filthy shit because they stinking ass dirty hoes just like him. That's what I'm picking up on, y'all. They wanted to max out. I'm here. They were supposed to get a lot of money. The cult was supposed to rank up. This dirty ass warlock was supposed to rank up with these dirty masons, okay, that practicing this dirty ass sewer magic as well. But they all have wives and children and stuff. But they go off on these secluded all male vacations and camping trips and cabin in the woods style, broke back mountain style, and they like to fuck on each other and fuck and have a fuck fest and suck dick and fuck and do drugs and drink, okay, and eat and barbecue, dick out, okay, in a secluded area, okay. I can only imagine what the motherfucking Airbnb hosts that got cameras in certain places in the Airbnbs are seeing. With this warlock, they all out there with it, and they like to be in certain secluded areas, maybe with a nice lake house that's secluded, okay. So all the little Mason buddies could walk around and suck and fuck and have orgies and nut in each other and come at each other and drink cum. This is what this warlock loves. He loves to be a bottom with a whole lot of dicks, big dicks. I'm hearing big black dicks running it, ramming them and running it out of him like he getting raped like a little boy, okay? Like he was happening when he was a little boy. He's a fucking beast. He's not to be trusted around children. This warlock can strangle and rape and sacrifice the little boy and other children as well. And he is a beast. He needs to go to jail. Yeah, speaking from the dead. I can't make it up. This warlock is in this couple. Okay, this serial killer couple is paying for their crimes against children, unaliving children, trafficking and unaliving women, men, animals. Okay, for nothing but greed and as well as trying to attack and unalive divine beings for nothing but greed and money. Yeah. We're all doing all these vexes and hexes and all types of magic. Yeah, these people are not well managed anymore. They look like exactly what the fuck they're going through. Why? Because they being exposed as being dark and they wicked. Yeah. Stolen identity, money and wealth, energy, essence, legacy, destiny, identity theft. In the spirit and in the physical realm, energy harvesting and extracting, okay, extraction of energy. This is what this warlock was doing to this divine feminine. This is what he does to a lot of his victims, a lot of their victims. This dirty witch bitch, the energy that he gets with killing people, she's receiving a cutout too with the motherfuckers in this dark cult because they the ones behind the scenes doing the root work and the voodoo and the Haitian fucking voodoo, okay, to make sure that this shit goes according to plan. This warlock is the one that goes out and rushes in, okay, with his dick, with his wand, okay, looking innocent, but he's nothing of the fucking sort. This is the energy, y'all. This is the fucking energy here, y'all. I'm passionate about this, y'all, because I see it. Okay, I see it. This warlock is going to fuck down. Okay, this fucking couple is going down. They not well managed. They used to be well managed when they was able to steal people's energy and money and the root work was working and but it's not a clean cut. They came against the divine feminine. That's a divine being, and shit ain't looking too bright for their ass over there. Okay, yeah, the divine being cleansed their energy of this warlock. So when he came back to try to still kill and destroy, it was no the cords were cut, the spiritual contract was destroyed, and also I'm hearing the divine feminine cleanse this fucking beast out of her energy. I can't make it up. Baby, continue to Hold your peace. Your enemies are starving for your energy, and your ascension, and for any emotional reaction that they can feed off of. Your hidden frenemies and enemies are suffering behind the scenes. Yeah, all that fucking behind the BTS, behind the scenes in the sheets, and our energy and other people's stolen energy is coming back to bite y'all in y'all ass, in y'all blood, in y'all motherfucking health, in y'all finances, ho. Let's talk about it. No magic could protect you, okay? Your magic don't work. Your strengths, you're exposed. And now and finally the day has come. A change gonna come, and a change is here. No more killing for you, bitch. You gonna be haunted, and you motherfuckers is going in a goddamn grave. But before that, you're gonna be exposed. Okay, you're gonna be stripped. Your mask is gonna be ripped off your fucking head, okay, and you're gonna be beat upside your fucking head by a lot of the spirits that you took out for money, for fame, okay, and with their spiritual teams and stuff like that, because these people were stealing people's lives. Okay, this warlock was trying to steal this divine feminine's life. Okay, he was stealing people's lives unapologetically, not giving a fuck. Okay, taking it, loves to force himself on people, loves to rape people in the spirit. And now it's the exact same thing. That's how he gonna go out. That's what I'm hearing. That's how they're gonna go out. It says, we will make them pay greatly for the crimes against you. We will break them down slowly, and so they have nothing. Just remember, you are loved by the divine. Yeah, this is not a clean cut. This is not an easy in and out. This is not no lay down and get down, business as usual. Okay, yeah. Archangel Gabriel comes out again. Archangel Gabriel could be working with somebody in the divine collective and or the divine feminine. This is the energy. This popped out of the deck. Yeah, karmic jealous, karmic mother jealous of your looks. I'm picking up on this is a karmic baby mother that was working with this dirty ass warlock, jealous of this divine feminine's energy, her looks, her attractiveness. Okay, because she's a fucking jealous bitch. And this warlock was one in the spiritual gifts of the divine feminine. This karmic was jealous of the spiritual gifts as well. I'm picking up on a divine feminine's karmic mother figure and mammy figures in her fucking family was also jealous of her looks and appearance because she was a looker, and those dirty old and young bitches are not. Yeah, they're not. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, Archangel Michael is out. Thank you, brother. Okay, Archangel Michael is out on their ass. Okay, and taking names, taking motherfucking names. Okay, and checking the list. All them death spells and sacrifice spells is returning upon these people's heads and upon the people's heads that they work with. They can't run out of this. They cannot get out of this. They want to run away, but they can't. Run away in the reverse. Spirit is flashing this in my mind's eye. Yeah, toxic mother figure spreading lies in the reverse. Yeah, this is a toxic mother figure that was spreading lies, okay, about this divine feminine because she wanted to unalive her. She wanted to make it look like this divine feminine was always a problem so that people didn't feel bad. This is the energy that this toxic mother was in. She was the bitch that was always spreading lies. This warlock was a bitch that was always spreading lies. This dirty ass karmic feminine was spreading lies and accepting and believing lies, okay, that this warlock was coming back and telling her, okay, which was a bunch of bullshit. I'm hearing a bunch of horse malarkey, horse shit. Okay, I'm hearing these people were horsing around diabolical shit. Okay, and that shit is coming back to bite. It's coming back to bite in ways that they never seen imaginable. It's burning them. Okay, they're getting burned. Okay, and they didn't see this shit coming because they're not used to having to pay for their crimes. They're not used to having to be held accountable. They're not used to fucking around and finding out. They do a lot of fucking around, but they don't like to find out though. They like to do some witchcraft and sacrifice an animal or a child or an unsuspecting person and steal some energy and cloak, but they can't run away. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. They can't run away from this. They did this in a past life. These people are past life wretched ass souls and past life entities that attach to these motherfuckers that take the divine feminine out and just like in the past life, but it didn't work in this one. And they were all teen in the reverse. Okay. There could be a teen, okay, that this warlock took out as well. Okay, they take out a lot of people, but I'm also picking up on these entities. They went and got caught up with the same entities that they did in the past life. This warlock, this karmic mother figure, this dirty witch bitch. Okay, yeah, nails in a coffin. I'm hearing oh, my nails sounds like somebody scratching a chalkboard because it's pure. It's pure. It's the truth. It's the so I carry the spirit and the sword of truth, and it is what it is. These people have put the nails in their own coffin. This karmic mother, this dirty ass couple, okay, the people that they were working with, the people that they worked with to do magic, out in-house, out-house, outsourced, in-house, okay, and this voodoo house, etc. This is the energy. What's this called? New Earth leader. Yeah, the divine feminine is a new Earth leader. It's flipped out of the deck. Thank you, spirit. Yeah, my spirits be talking to me, y'all. They be, yeah, spiritual team. Yeah, you're a new Earth. The divine feminine is a new Earth leader. Okay, and that's why she cannot be unalive. Her spirit team got her attention. Okay, and she listened. Okay, she didn't fight against it. She didn't fight against what her spirit team was showing her. She didn't fight against what the divine was trying to tell her. This divine being listened to the divine. You hear the sirens? Yeah, I knew the sirens was coming. These people don't put the nails in the coffin. It's judgment time. It's no time to run now. It's no time to run. It's nowhere to hide. You can't hide from spirit. It's what I'm hearing. Ooh, yeah, demonic network. Demonic network, that likes to have a whole lot of sex to manifest off of. This is what they do. This is a sex cult. This is a sex cult. They love to steal identities. They steal people's energies in the spirit, and then they Yep, this is what they do. These people have can cancel Christmas. This adult male, yeah, he has no protection and is also being seen as a bisexual deviant. Yeah, he loves a whole lot of sex. He has a sexual attachment, a lust demon on him that must be fed, and it can't eat off of the people. I'm hearing this divine feminine was his number one source of supply, and he was seeing this divine feminine as that only for the money, only for the energy. He was only at his divine feminine's face for the money that he was going to be able to get. Were being paid by her karmic family members and parental figures, okay, to take her out. Oh, Tony, they coming for you, Tony. They coming for you, Tony. God, ooh, they coming for you. Ancestral guidance. Yeah, the ancestral, this divine feminine has ancestral guidance and ancestral wisdom that they wanted to disconnect her from so that they could take it. Y'all, I looked at this universal wisdom. He wanted the divine feminine's universal wisdom. And this is a deck that I'm just looking up at. I'm looking at this deck. The divine feminine is an earth angel. And the person that made this, his name is Tony Carmine Salerno. Yep. I can't make this up. They speaking to me. I can't make this up. This is the energy. Okay. And I heard another guy. I heard a police car this time chasing somebody down the street. Okay. Or alerting somebody to stop. This warlock and his demonic network, their days of running this town, Jay-Z style, is over. Jay-Z is also a Sagittarius. This warlock is a Sagittarius and or could be a Sagittarius and or a fire sign and or working with Aries, a Leo, or a Sag, or embodying those energies within their I'm hearing their natal charts, or just the energies of just rushing in and going to battle and sending firework and shit like that. You know, hate. Yeah, this warlock is being seen that his hate for the divine feminine was what actually tricked him into killing himself and taking down this entire demonic network with all of their industry connections, occult ties and connections. I'm hearing there will not be a resurrection for them. I'm hearing the divine feminine carries the energy of the resurrection, also the energy of Isis as well as Osiris. It's possible to carry both energies, okay, because the divine feminine and masculine energies are balanced. I'm also picking up on, yeah. It says, I declare and decree, Heavenly Father, Holy Mother, in the name of Christ, I come boldly before you in your throne, covered by the blood of the Lamb. I thank you for your protection and for being my shield and my defense, okay? I declare that no weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against me in judgment, I condemn by the power of your word. Whew. They are under severe judgment. I cannot make this up. Amen. Okay, they are under severe judgment. I cannot make this up. Yeah, the stolen money and identity and wealth and energy and essence that they stole from this divine feminine and that they stole from many other people. Yeah, they gotta. They're done. They're done. They're finished. Yeah, they're finished. All of these demonic roadblocks is over. Being a hindrance is over. Yeah, the divine feminine's guardian angels, okay, and their spiritual team is out and on their and on these people's asses, okay? They thought this was going to be a straight shot, but it's not. Straight in the reverse. The divine feminine, they thought they were going to be able to take this divine supreme being feminine out and that it was going to be straight, but I'm hearing it's leading them straight to hell. That's what I just heard. Yep. That's what I just heard. This warlock was unable to get this divine feminine out of her peace of mind, off of her pivot. This warlock was actually teasing and making jokes and bets. Yeah, again, how quickly it was going to be to trick this divine feminine, or have her to have an emotional outburst, or to have her to spiral out of control with the abuse and the hate that he was doing to this divine feminine in the spirit. Okay, tormenting her with magic, tormenting her in a dream state and in the astral realm. He wanted this divine feminine to just continue to lay down and take his abuse. This warlock is a fucking beast, and he's going to be fucked and beat and destroyed in every way that he was coming after this divine feminine and this life and the past life, and with any and all of his other victims. Yeah. The divine feminine cleansed this fucking dirty damn devil the fuck out of her fucking energy. Spiritual detox. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, because he has a cold fucking heart. He has a cold heart. He's not, yeah, he's bisexual. He has a cold heart. He takes out his hate, okay, for women on women. He takes it out on the divine, he took it out on the divine feminine. Yeah. He was hating on this divine feminine because she's a star, and he hated her light and her glow, and the fact that she was a woman. He was struggling with his sexuality, who he wanted to be with, who he wanted to be or present as. Okay, and he would take this out on attractive women, especially divine feminine. Okay, because he wanted the divine feminine's energy, wanted the divine feminine's looks and magnetism. Okay, since he couldn't be born a woman and was caught up in between the two. Okay, not knowing what to choose, who to be with, who he wanted to fuck, who he wanted to I'm hearing present as. Okay, he's a part of the LGBTQ. Okay, he's into that, and he is a part of that. Okay, he cross dresses as well. This warlock. Yeah, that's why his heart is really, really cold, because he gets with these women, okay, for nothing more than for the money and to destroy them. Yeah. He fucked with somebody that had a divine link to the cosmos, and he doesn't have that link and that protection. This is what I'm hearing, y'all. This warlock, his heart is cold as hell. It's as cold as ice. I'm hearing Icebox Where My Heart Used to Be, Omarion song. This nigga thought that he was always going to be seen as the leader in this community, in this group, and he's not. Omarion, y'all, all these years later, I remember on the versus battle, they came out and said, Omarion, he sounded bad on the versus battle. I think he went against, I forgot who he went against on the versus battle more recently, but just typing in Omarion versus sounding like a piece of shit. Okay, it was because those vocals on those songs back in the day, they weren't his. He was mouthing over somebody else's vocals, but he was taking the credit, okay, as being the lead B2K artist. If you confirmation, you hit a corner in the back. Yeah, this warlock is being dismantled, and mask is being ripped off, because the power that he had, it belonged to the divine feminine and all and these entities that he was working with, and other people that he sacrificed in order to have his high rank. He's being stripped. Yeah. He was working with a dark psychic medium as well. That's the energy to spy on this divine feminine, to see if the spell work was working, to see if it was working, to see if the manipulation was working. Thank you, spirit. This warlock is also gay, because Omarion is into males. That rapper Omarion, the one Icebox Where My Heart Used to Be. Now the nigga could dance, but the nigga couldn't sing. But instead of just dancing and letting somebody else in the group sing, okay, and him just play his motherfucking role, he wanted to be known as everything. He wanted to be known as the best dancer. Nobody's better than me. This is the energy of this warlock. Okay, this toxic ass warlock. Nobody's better than me. Hey, I want to be the best singer, even though it's not my vocals. I'm picking up on, J-Lo she stole Ashanti's vocals, y'all. This is what spirit is showing me. She stole anything that you do, it'll be between me and you. Okay, the freaky things that you do. That was Ashanti. Okay, I remember J-Lo stole Ashanti's vocals in not one, but 2 songs. Okay, and then put them in there and voiced over them. Okay, and then pretended that it was her. This is the energy of this warlock. Okay, this is the energy of being a cross-dresser, being a male that is really into males, but they want females to chase after them and fight over them, but they really like niggas. You get what I'm saying? They really like males. This is what I'm hearing. Icebox Where My Heart Used to Be, Omarion with the cold heart. Spirit is talking. Yeah. Down low lifestyle being exposed. Out of all the cards, down low lifestyle being exposed comes out. I can't make this up. Yeah, this warlock wants to take a shower and wash all of this judgment off of his ass. Okay, but he can't. It don't matter what spiritual bath, what practitioner he goes to try to break that shit off of him. He did too fucking much. he was attacking his divine feminine with a fucking with his bitch and with a group for too long, and they were all being warned to stop. But see, the serial killer, okay, with this fucking cult, okay, they killed so many people. They just knew that it wasn't coming from this divine feminine that they were able to steal so much from, okay, and that never fought back, you know, that never put up a fight, okay, that never was supposed to ever know what was going on until she was taken out, and now she knows every fucking thing, and it's checkmate, bitch. Yeah, somebody could have ties to New Jersey. New Jersey came out of the deck. These people could travel back and forth or have cult ties, or a practitioner that is in New Jersey. This warlock could also be trying to run, okay, away to New Jersey or to New Mexico. That keeps coming out of the deck. It didn't come out of the deck this time. This warlock is trying to run to evade arrest, okay. Trying to go, and I'm hearing they have they could have some form of hidden money, or the accounts is frozen and they ain't getting that money back because it was a whole lot of fraud and tax evasion and, you know, identity theft and all types of bullshit with their storefront. So they know they're not getting that money back. But I'm hearing that this warlock could have gave some money to a family member or somebody to hold their money and put it in their account. So, you know, the feds is going to be on that next. You know what I'm saying? This warlock trying to get to this money, or trying to hide money so that when they get out of jail they could go back and get it. I'm hearing on a certain property burying money, or putting it under the floorboards, or you know, or I'm hearing they have access to a land in the boonies or the country or somewhere like that. But also a family member as well that they gave money to, or somebody that this warlock trusted, okay, to hold on to a little bit of money just in case, you know, if something happened. The feds is combing through it all. Yeah, drugs and addiction. This warlock spent a lot of money on drugs and paying transsexual prostitutes, male prostitutes, and also accepting payments from transgender males and males that wanted male prostitutes to fuck and to fuck them for money. This warlock is literally bisexual. He goes both ways. He's addicted to this lifestyle. He's addicted to killing, stealing, and destroying, and all of this raw gay sex and doing all of these sex rituals, fucking raw. And this is what got his ass sick with AIDS, an aggressive stage right now, him and his bitch. Yeah, the karmic's trying to make you feel bad, but they abandon you. Yeah, this warlock abandoned this divine feminine, his who was supposed to be his friend, his ex from the past, that, you know, they were supposed to be still cool, and, you know, just it didn't work. Okay, let's move on. That's what the divine feminine thought. But this warlock vowed to kill, steal, and destroy, and to torment her and to beat her down and to force her to come back to him, which she never did, along with these wicked family members. They was trying to do the exact same thing and using this warlock and this romance scammer to do it. I'm hearing it was supposed to be a slow burn, a slow kill. They wanted to just take from the divine feminine and take her down and break her down and destroy her and siphon. And then when they she didn't have any more energy for them to siphon, they wanted to go on ahead and sacrifice her. Okay, yeah, drugs have taken the karmics over. Yeah, this is a warlock that likes to get high and do heroin and do crack. I'm hearing a crackhead, mixing all types of alcohols together, brown, white, you know what I'm saying? Organs fucked up, looking crazy. Yeah, mental illness. I can't make it up, bruh. Hex and mental illness. All of that hexing and all of them mental illness spells and heavy level mind control and mental magic that he sent towards his divine feminine is coming back to bite his motherfucking ass. He's cursed and hexed. And then he's trying to sedate it. He's sedated. I'm hearing he's trying to numb himself, okay, because he can't believe the shit that he done got himself into. Yeah, Washington, D.C. in the reverse. This warlock could have ties to Washington, D.C., family in Washington, D.C., this cult and these karmic family members of the divine feminine could have ties and cult ties and family ties to Washington, D.C. and or frequent Washington, D.C. and the surrounding metropolitan area. They're all under judgment. I cannot make this up, bro. My this fucking karmic ex of mine, in my case, it definitely has family in Washington, D.C., and so do I, as well as these motherfucking, they have occult ties in Washington, D.C., in the DMV area, and live there and frequent. Yeah, they create the problem and then they come in as the solution. This is what this warlock was used to doing. He wanted to continue to play the good guy. This is what they do, and this is what my karmic biological father would do as well. He would do all types of devilishment, okay, do all types of evil deeds, and then run in and try to play the good guy, run in and try to play the savior when really they the fucking beast themselves. I'm hearing my karmic, a karmic parental figure and or a karmic figure, a grandfather figure in the divine feminine's life, okay, had this same entity that this warlock had, some sort of sex and lust demon within them. Okay, this is why this entity had been feeding off of the divine feminine from inside her family, and then was sending in lovers with this same wound, childhood rape wound, childhood neglect wound, being raped by and fondled with by women and men that were close to them. Psalms 23 pops out of the deck. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod, thy staff, they comfort me, and the presence of mine enemies. Whew, surely, ooh, God, I'm picking up on a lot. Yeah, these parasites can no longer feed anymore. Yeah, this warlock was working with other family members that were back and other friends that were backstabbing the divine feminine. Yeah, spirit is saying that they all was a bunch of hating ass bitches. Okay, excuse my language. I was just praying, you know what I'm saying? But I'm hearing the Most High leads me to green pastures and still waters. The Most High protecteth my soul. Yeah, this warlock, this karmic father and mother figure and family members of the divine feminine, and with this warlock, okay, this couple and this cult, this warlock wanted to sell the soul of this divine feminine with her karmic family members, the parental figures, and it didn't work. They create the problem, and then they create the solution. They come in to be the solution, and spirit is saying no. These people are parasites from the beginning. This was a parasitic relationship. They were all feeding off of the divine feminine energy since birth, since early childhood, since birth. And then they would bring in these fake friends and these fake frenemies and exes, or so-called romance scammers. These people that were supposed to be lovers, or supposed to be it's they never was that. That's what spirit is telling me. They never was what they pretended and portrayed to be. Yeah, they was, this ex was working to sex traffic the divine being and steal her destiny, with sex traffic and kidnapped coming out on the same fucking card. I can't make it up. These people's investments did not work out for them. This warlock is losing it all. Car in the reverse. The chariot is in the reverse because he was being a hating ass nigga. Okay, with these family members, investments in the reverse. They're losing money, investments, health, their stability, rank in the spirit. Okay, rank in the community. Okay, the businesses, personal accounts being frozen and drained. Okay, for all forms of fraud. And this warlock, as well as the karmic family members of the divine feminine, that wanted to take their sacrifice the divine feminine and jump in their chariot, moving into a new timeline, into a new dimension that was never for none of these people to even be allowed into, by trying to steal the destiny and the energy of a divine feminine. No, that these people could be also losing their cars. They're not able to go forward. They cannot come with the divine feminine when moving forward, because these people spent a lot of money in trying to go to paying for work, traveling to get work done, and doing work, okay, on the divine feminine, because this warlock as well, because he just knew that this divine feminine was going to be the sacrifice. Yeah, this person was very dark. Yeah, robbery in the reverse falls out of the deck right next to mind power in the reverse. Yeah, this warlock is losing his mind. Okay, he's losing his mind because the robbery went wrong. That lay down, sit down, get down shit didn't work. Okay, the magic didn't work. The mental mind spells didn't work. The emotional manipulation and energy manipulation didn't work on this divine being. Therefore, that chaos spirit that he was supposed to attach to the divine being to drain her of her sexual energy, of her money, of her creativity, of her gifts, as well as her stability in the physical and spiritual realm. When attaching that chaos spirit, and he embodies a chaos spirit as well, and was working with one when he was sent into the divine feminine to drain her of her resources, to lower her vibration, and to attack her while she was at a low vibration. But none of that shit happened. So he had to take that shit back to the cult. He had to take that shit back to the dark people that paid him. Okay, all of that shit backfired, and that dark entity that this warlock conjured up, yeah, it's now after his motherfucking soul, along with a whole lot of people that he took out. This warlock can't get no sleep in the day or in the night. Okay, yeah, the ancestors of this divine being is destroying all that came for her, including these wicked family members, these this dirty witch bitch, this warlock. Yeah, he's losing his fucking mind. Mental hospital. I'm hearing this dirty witch bitch that this warlock is married to, she driving him crazy, he driving her crazy. They really don't want to be with each other. This karmic feminine is losing her fucking mind because this warlock was never supposed to treat her as he was treating the divine feminine like shit. Okay, and now she's seeing that we're trying to steal this warlock from the divine feminine. It was really her stealing and taking on the divine feminine's fucking headache. And now she fucked up. Okay, and she under judgment as well. They each other's judgment. Okay, this is karma. Yeah, this witch bitch could be in going into a mental hospital, all the mental spells and root work and all of that shit. Okay, on top of them, him and this bitch being under judgment, they can't take it, bro. They mentally spiraling. They was using working on hoodoo. Yeah, they wanted to be clones of the divine feminine and walking in her energy. Okay, yeah, this couple both have entity attachments. Thank you, spirit. Yeah, they didn't want to get it out the mud. Yeah, they was evil eyeing everything and sending hexes and vexes to everything that the divine feminine was working on, doing in every aspect of their life, of the divine feminine's life. Okay, in money matters, career, business, stability, as well as love life, as well as them attacking the health and vitality and the beauty of this divine feminine as well, because this warlock didn't want nobody else looking at the divine feminine, but he knows that she's a fucking looker. Okay, so he's looking at the divine feminine not because he love her, not because he want her, but because he don't want nobody else to have her. But he's not doing right by her. Okay, he's somewhere with this karmic bitch and running around getting fucked and nutted in and fucking on trannies and gay males and children. Okay, and animals. Okay, this is a fucking beast. Okay, this warlock is a fucking beast. Yeah, he's psychotic. I can't make it up. He got an entity attachment. He's psychotic. He's sending the evil eye towards the divine feminine. It's being returned back to their ass. And he's seeing that this karmic witch bitch and the divine feminine don't love his ass. Okay, this witch bitch that he married and that he nutted in and that could be pregnant. Okay, along with another female that this warlock took out that he got pregnant. Okay, because private plane in the reverse. Yeah, because he keeps stalking the divine feminine that don't want him. She does not want you. Okay, and she don't love you no more. That's the energy. This karmic witch bitch never loved your motherfucking ass. Okay, and yeah, you never loved her. She put you under love spells, so you thought that you was in love, but bitch, you really can't love nobody if you really don't love yourself. And this dirty witch bitch don't love herself, and neither do you. Y'all are reflections of each other, and y'all both crazy and psychotic. Y'all need to go to the mental hospital. Yeah, all them death spells and sacrifice spells is coming back to bite y'all ass and eat y'all ass up in y'all root chakra with that AIDS. Yeah, they can't get away. This couple can't get away. This warlock can't get away. Private plane in the reverse. They were supposed to get a lot of money with sacrificing the divine feminine, and it didn't work. Private plane, no, baby, that's not your fate. Y'all bitches is going to jail. Okay, you going to jail, hell with no bail, okay? And or the underworld. Oh, that's a bar. Yeah, trauma. They traumatized. This warlock and this bitch is traumatized right now. They are traumatized. They did not see this shit coming. They didn't see this shit in their future. They didn't know that this would be their fate because they were doing this shit continuously. Yeah, they wanted a blank slate. They like to steal people's blank slate. This whole couple wanted to steal, heavenly hosts on their asses as well. Yeah, they like to steal people's destiny and then walk around and do magic and cloak and get away with crimes and then act like they ain't did shit. No, it's the time for that is over. That's what Spirit is saying. Spirit said, yeah, no more of that shit. These are people that thought this warlock thought that he was bigger than the program, as well as this witch bitch that he was with. I'm picking up on a lot of people that this warlock has been sleeping with. It's a lot of energies, okay? That this warlock has been sharing his wand and his asshole with, as well as his mouth. He got more than AIDS, is what I'm hearing. He likes to give oral and receive oral without a condom, without people using dental dam, etc. Like he definitely got herpes too with AIDS. Could have general warts, sores on him. Yeah. I can't make it up. There go the siren. They go to the fire department, y'all, an ambulance. I'm hearing, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Remember that lady that went viral with that hair wrap on her head? She said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. This has been some she went fucking viral for that shit because it was on the news and they kept motherfuckers was making songs. That shit was funny. Yeah, it's a fire and it's karmic's life, this karmic couple's life, this karmic dark community and this cult's life, these karmic families that operate in the shadows, their life. Okay, yeah, that car. Give me some energy on this spirit. Car comes out, y'all. Car comes out. Let me see. Car. Let me see. Let me clarify this with tarot. Spirit is telling, ooh, seven of wands in the reverse. So they were fighting the divine feminine to steal her destiny and to steal her life, as well as to get on her chariot, which is a form of a car. They could have been doing and sending a lot of car accident spells towards this divine feminine. Confirmation. Split the deck on five of wands. Yes, they were. Yeah, to kill the divine feminine. Yeah, they wanted to kill the divine feminine, but the divine feminine would not die because the divine. Ooh, confirming death. Ten of swords in the upright. Oh my God, Spirit is talking to me. I feel the energy. So, woo, Ace of Wands, confirmation. Yes, for the Ace of Pentacles. They wanted the Ace of Pentacles of this divine feminine. The car, ooh, Two of Cups in the reverse. A false love offer, okay, was blocked. A false friendship was blocked. Okay, Hermit card by a Virgo. Okay, this warlock could be working with a Virgo. Okay, Hermit energy. Okay, working with a Virgo that was doing a lot of root work in voodoo. Okay, that this warlock is chained to the devil with okay with them being him being heavily burdened. This warlock is a masculine, is a fallen star with the star in the reverse. Okay, he has to let go of the divine feminine. He's blocked from coming towards the divine feminine with this bullshit ass friendship and or fake ass love offer. He was fighting up against this divine feminine with his Jezebel lavender marriage bride of the opposite sex. Okay, as I'm picking up on Spirit is saying, as well as other sexes, as well, the same sex as well. So he had a same sex partner that he was attacking his divine feminine with as well. Okay, with this entire cult and group, etc., that they were all having associations with. And two, yeah, five of wands. Yeah, this warlock did something to. I hear sirens and the police cars again. They going down, bro, for what they did. This warlock sent death magic and final destination death magic towards the divine feminine's car on several occasions. One, two, three, four cars, okay, that belong to the divine feminine, as well as cars that were riding the divine feminine around and were sending death and destruction to it because they wanted the divine feminine to die in a very horrible death, full of torment, full of pain. And this is going to be with this karmic masculine and the people that he worked with. This is going to be their fate and their, I'm hearing, their wretched end. Yeah, they sent that magic so that the death in the upright would have meant it was just death, that they succeeded, but they did not succeed. They were fighting up against the divine feminine, and they were okay when the divine feminine was just receiving that energy, okay, or just being attacked, okay. They thought the divine feminine was going to stay down, okay, but the divine feminine was not fighting back. So now that the divine feminine is protecting herself, is fighting back, knows who her enemies are, they're feeling very defeated, okay, and they're trying to get out of being defeated, but it's not working. They're continuing to send magic, but it's not working. The divine feminine is protected from death, immortality, and so the more that they send this death towards the divine feminine, towards her car, towards her destiny, towards her stability, towards her creativity and her life and what is destined for her, the more they destroy themselves. And it's going deeper than just physically than being alive. This is going to what they're going to have to pay in the next life, in the next life, in the next life, in the next life, and what they're going to have to experience with the afterlife. This warlock is going straight to hell. Okay, he's going straight to the pits of hell and the worst parts of hell that nobody wants to go. Not even the dark demons want to go to this part of hell and this part of the underworld that this warlock is going to. Yeah, this ten of swords. Yeah, he's trying to get. I'm picking up on a lot of energy from these cards. This warlock is trying to get out of this death that he's in. Okay, this is what I'm picking up on, dual energy. Okay, he's in the energy of death because he sent so much death and sacrifice and heavy portrayal with death magic towards this divine feminine. So he's now trying to get out, but he's still sending attacks and energy and is not doing nothing but going back and destroying him and everything that he loves. And Spirit is saying this is justice as well, with the Ace of Wands being final. This is a final judgment of death. As the divine feminine's Ace of Pentacles is being protected. This is what they were after. This is what this karmic ex and this couple and the cult, they promised them money. They bribed them opportunity. This is what the karmic family members of the divine feminine that paid this warlock and multiple I'm hearing romance scammers and fake love interests. This is what they do. They carry the energy of the Nigerian scammers. You know, the ones that be scamming these European Caucasian old females that's lonely from the UK and from Britain, and they go, this is what they do. They'll talk to them and for 1 to 2 to 3 months and then start sending money and then start, they try to get green cards and they'll do the same thing. Certain Jamaicans and Islanders do that same thing as well with these lonely Caucasian females that, you know, are divorced or their husbands have died and they got money. I can't make it up. They can't do this shit no more. Six of Swords. This is what Spirit was showing me. Yeah, this is a romance scammer that will fuck on old women. I'm hearing this romance scammer fuck the karmic mammy figure that paid him with another karmic mother figure or aunt or whoever. This is like a gigolo type of nigga. Like, this is the type of nigga that they'll that, you know, will be like a male dancer. He got that type of energy, you know, and he'll also fuck on the people that that's paying him for his services, not outside of just dancing and giving these lap dances and dancing on these women. This is the energy that I'm picking up on with this warlock. He also fucking too for an extra fee. And you know, it could be raw, you know what I'm saying? He gonna eat it up. He gonna eat some old cooch, okay, if the money is right, okay? And he gonna hit all the motherfuckers, line up, bend over, and he just gonna get the dick hard and do it. That's the type of energy that he is. This warlock carries the energy of like a gigolo, and he don't even really like women, okay? He'll use women, he'll fuck karmic women, you know, but he really likes to, you know, bamboozle divine women and people who are adolescents and children, because he can manifest off of their divine energy. But he'll take what he could get out of the karmics. Yeah, this was his job. This was his job. This is how he got his money. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. Okay, this is how he ate. Okay, this is how this couple ate. Okay, with scheming and scamming and you know, and tricking people, okay, that didn't know who the fuck they were. Okay, let me switch the deck and then we're gonna wrap this up. Okay, I clarified with one deck and I'm gonna clarify with another. Should I do it with another, Spirit? I'm gonna clarify with another, and then we're gonna wrap this up. What time are we on? An hour and 38 minutes. Yes, 10 of Cups. Yeah, they wanted this divine feminine's 10 of Cups. Okay, this couple wanted it. Okay, these family members, multiple dark families, including the dark family members of the divine feminine, wanted her 10 of Cups. They didn't want her to have a loving union with a partner that loved her, that respected her children. Okay, healthy relationships with her children, and you know, with her, you know, everybody is healthy, healed, growing, you know, not abusing children. The love is flowing, it's reciprocated. You know, they didn't want that. They wanted it, but not for the divine feminine, and it was hers. It was never for none of them. Okay, so they wanted to take it. Yeah, they were trying to use illusions with 7 of Cups to take it. Yeah, the divine feminine is the Queen of Pentacles, and this is why. Yeah, and the divine feminine is at a state of peace and meditation at this time, and this is divinely guided. Ace of Wands. I cannot make it up. Ace of Wands clarifies twice during the clarification of this reading, but also for the karmics, this is what they get. They get Ace of Swords in the reverse for trying to block a divine being's roads. And yeah, with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, the Wayfarer, which is the divine feminine's journey, trusting her journey and her intuition, trusting the divine, remembering the divine mission, healing, paying back their karmic debt, elevating, okay, paying the cost to be the boss. It's her energy, it's her destiny, it's her rank. Okay, she did the spiritual work to have access to who the fuck she is in the spirit, and these people were jealous of that, and they didn't do the spiritual work though. So they got to let go of this divine being because confirmation, because she awakened. Okay, because she awakened. I can't make it up. And so they tried to bring chaos in the midst of this divine being's roads and her journey because they wanted to steal her destiny and take her out. But they all only I'm hearing they only erected chaos in their own life, in their own home, in their own finances, in their own communities. Okay, and in their own unions, in their own finances. Okay, yeah, they only brought bad attention to themselves. That yeah, they have to let the divine feminine go because she chose to ascend. She chose to let go of these people because these people were also representing forms of chaos. Okay, this mother figure, these friends, these exes, okay, and people that were operating in their energy, okay, that were sent in. Yeah, these people are now in the energy of death, and they're butthurt about it because this is what they're in the energy of death, but they want to get out of it. They're trying to get up out of it, but there's no way out. It was only one way in. They already put the nails in the coffin, coming after this divine being that is a chosen one, that is a star seed, and also that is an earth angel. Okay, that's a death mission, and Spirit is saying this is justice with the sun. Okay, it's warlock or somebody in this cult or this family could also be in the energy of a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, a Sag, but the sun represents Leo energy. I'm also picking up on that this divine feminine is a child of Ra. Okay, the divine I'm hearing divine solar feminine power. Okay, also chosen by the matriarch. The divine matriarch is being restored in 5D in the new earth. This is what I'm hearing. Yeah, and it is exposing everything that does not belong. It's exposing everything whose frequency is low. It's exposing artificial people and places and situations and people that are cloaking themselves in the physical to be something good and they're not. The sun is burning them off the planet. These people off the planet, whether they're organic beings or inorganic beings, if they're wicked and evil and demented, okay, and being used, okay, by dark spirits and entities to kill, steal, and destroy and to attack the divine collective, they gotta go. And so they're trapped in it. I cannot make it up. I didn't even, y'all. Spirit is talking. I didn't even look at the next card, y'all. And I said with the sun coming out, exposing it, it's justice. What's the next card? Justice. Ooh, y'all can't see, but I can. In the spirit and in the physical. Yeah, it's justice. These people. Oh my God, it's justice with this couple, this warlock, this cult. Okay, these karmic family members. It's justice. Okay, for them being exposed in an energy of death. They're trying to get out of it, but they're not, and they're being exposed for the world to see with their mask being ripped off their face and what they really are. Okay, how they really move, how they really get their money. Okay, out beyond the mask, beyond the veil, beyond the illusion. And I said it's justice. The next card out is justice. Okay, and then clarifying justice is the Ten of Swords. These people are being portrayed. They're dying. They're chained to the energy of death, portrayals in all forms, and this is for the world to see. They don't like that the divine feminine knows and that the world knows. This is worldwide news in the spirit. If you got an eye to see, this is not an isolated incident, okay? Because you came up against a divine being while these people are dying, rotting in the sun, being burnt off the planet, being took into jail and exposed, spiritual jail, mental prison, physical jail, the pits of hell. Okay, they are going to have front row seats to watch this divine feminine rise, and it's going to grind their fucking gears, and it's going to drive them even more crazier, because this is what's happening to them is what they paid for, what they plotted, and what they planned to happen to this divine being, but it didn't happen. Their fall is the divine feminine's evolution, as they planned for the divine feminine to fall and be the sacrifice, for them to come up and for it to be their revolution, and it didn't go like that. Yeah, these people blocked their roads, trying to block the roads of a divine being that they needed, that they were getting energy and strength from. And now their strength is in the reverse, okay? Their strength is in the reverse, and they fallen and they cannot get up. Y'all, this is the energy, okay? Like, share, and subscribe. Spirit, oh my God, I got to thank my spirit team. Thank you, my spirit team. All praise to the Most High Mother and Father for giving me these clear messages, making sure that they're uninterrupted, that they're clear and they're directly from the source. All honor to the Most High Mother and Father. I'm going to continue to do what I do. Eight of Pentacles, okay? I'm going to continue to show up. I'm going to continue to pop my shit, speak the truth, expose the devil, okay? Because I know that it's not just me, you know? The Most High showed me, the Most High showed me and brought certain people into my existence, where it wasn't only happening to me. This was literally word for word, bar for bar, situation for situation. You get what I'm saying? Other divine feminines and other divine beings, it could be a divine masculine as well, that this occurred and happened to as well, because, we're energy beings at the end, in the beginning and at the end of the day, since the beginning of the time to infinity and beyond, from the beginning, okay? These entities attack these divine beings because they know who they are in soul form. And a lot of the times they use the exact same gimmicks. They use the exact same tactics. They use the exact same tricks. They use the exact same players. They use the exact same ones. That's why they say the enemy loves to get next to and jump in and possess the people that are closest to you. This is nothing new. These entities are ancient, okay, entities, but they operate in darkness. These demons, they know the divine beings. They know divine heirs and heiresses of the throne. They know and see in the spirit. Even when these karmics don't know why, they are hating on these divine beings in their communities, in their families, the people, ex-lovers, etc. These entities know exactly what they're using these people for, and they use their egos, their unhealed wounds, okay, and their hate for the divinity. I'm hearing their hate for the divine beings' divinity, and them. I'm hearing the divine beings' light, okay, irritates their demons, and so they're perfect targets, okay, to be used as body bags, and the walking dead to be sent towards divine beings, but it don't mean that we're ever going to win, okay? And this is something that I'm hearing they ain't gonna win because they ain't right within. Judgment, yeah, these people are, judgment is being called, and they're trying to figure out to get a way out of judgment, because judgment at the bottom of the deck is clarified by Five of Pentacles, okay? These people came in and called judgment on the divine being when they were the ones tormenting a divine being, this ex, this frenemy, this family member, working all together, and now they called justice, and judgment was called on them. And they wanted to shine the light the spotlight on the divine being, but the divine feminine and or the divine being, the records check out. They not scammers. They not killers. They actually are who the fuck, wherever the fuck they said they was at doing what they were doing. But this karmic, this couple, this cult, these dark wicked ass communities, they not able to cloak, and they don't have no protection. Okay, and they don't, and the ranking that they had and powers that they don't have it no more, so they can't get out of this. And their judgment is severe poverty. Yeah. Five of Pentacles in the upright. Yeah. Princess of Pentacles in the reverse. They ain't gonna have shit. Seven of Pentacles. Oh, they going into severe poverty, piss poor poverty, pissy mattress poverty. Okay, and it says the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, they were working and investing money to go up against this divine feminine to destroy her, and all of that money they not getting none of it back. Okay, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, these people. Yeah, Four of Swords in the reverse. I cannot make it up. Okay, they don't want this shit to close. They don't want the cycle to close out, but it's already closed. It's already dead. Okay, it's already over. Okay, just them being in denial is just making the shit worse for them and everybody around them. Okay, yeah, because this warlock work with an empress in the reverse, the karmic mother figure of this divine being that had the money and was able to hey, what you want, what can I help you with, do you want this from her, do you want that from her, I can help you with this, you can take this, and you can fuck me and you can fuck that dirty other family member and shit like that, and we gonna pay you, and you know what I'm saying, we gonna let you just as long as you're able to get this job done against our daughter, against our family member, because we really is jealous of her as you are. And so that's why we chose you. These motherfuckers is past life enemies, past life wretched souls that work with each other to take the divine feminine out in the past life. And that's why they chose and picked this fucking dirty ass warlock. Okay, this empress in the reverse knew that the cycle was closed. Okay, but she didn't want to go down, so she sacrificed this warlock. Okay, yeah, because she wasn't going to be able to sacrifice the divine feminine, because she had been doing this shit to sacrifice the divine feminine since birth, in the womb, and nothing was going to be able to work. So she had to sacrifice somebody and something. So this warlock that she was working with before, with this cult, this couple, and everybody else, yeah, they had to take the fall with this karmic mammy. She not getting away with the shit either. But I'm also picking up on it was also a baby mother figure that this warlock worked with that mirrored the energy, okay, of this karmic mother figure of the divine feminine karmic mother figure that she walked away from and never looked back, just like she walked away from this warlock and people from the past and never looked back. Oh shit, yeah, tower. These people are under facing towers and they cannot get out of this shit, bro. It's fire and hell and brim and hailstone. I'm hearing this warlock embodies this fallen star. I can't make it up. Fallen angel. This is what he is. He got to move the fuck on. He got to move the fuck on. Yeah, Ace of Cups in the reverse for him. King of Pentacles. He got to move the fuck on. Okay, this is what I'm hearing. He also embodies I'm hearing he embodies an entity, and entity, on the from I'm hearing David and Goliath. Okay, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Babylon. I'm hearing Sodom and Gomorrah. This is a warlock that embodies that. He has an entity attachment and that embodies the entity from Sodom and Gomorrah, where these males were lovers of themselves, where they like to use and abuse and rape women, but they love to have these diddy bath parties, and where they're males, and and males are just fucking on males, and it's like a fuck fest, and it's over now. Yeah, this is what it is, y'all. Yeah, this magician, this is a dark magician, this fallen angel, was working with a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be the energy that he embodies. The bitch that he was fucking with embodies his wife. Okay, his lavender marriage bride, and his karmic mother figure that he was working with was really a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse as well. But he didn't care, okay, because he was a dark magician. Okay, he was going to be able to get the job done. This is what he told everybody. Okay, but he has to let go of that because he's lost it. He bet his life and he lost it because he wasn't able to sacrifice the divine feminine. She was unable to be sacrificed. Therefore, their judgment is severe poverty, health problems, organ failure, dying of an autoimmune disease. Okay, AIDS, lupus. This is what I'm picking up on. Cancer. Yeah, this warlock, fool in the reverse. In the reverse, he took a dummy mission and jumped off the cliff thinking that he was going to be able to get this shit done against the divine feminine, his ex so-called friend from the past. And Emperor in the reverse. I can't make it up. Fool in the reverse, Emperor in the upright. This is a dude that came off as straight, came off as a good father, a good friend, somebody stand up guy in the community. He was nothing, nowhere near of the sort. He's actually somebody that embodies the energy of somebody off of Sodom and Gomorrah, somebody that's not to be trusted around women, animals, kids, especially younger kids, little boys, adolescents. Okay, he's fucking, he's sucking, he can't control himself. He has a lust demon. He doesn't want to heal, and he doesn't want to he doesn't want to heal, but he wants to benefit and look like the emperor in the upright. So he steals and kills and destroys and steals energy to appear that way, but he's really the emperor in the reverse. He took a dummy mission, and now multiple third party situations that he was working with to siphon and steal from the divine feminine and steal her money with multiple of his same sex and opposite sex lovers and etc. in this cult, outside of these cults, etc. for pleasure. I'm hearing he's paid to fuck. Okay, he gets paid to fuck and be fucked. Okay, this is a lot. Okay, yeah, this two of cups. This warlock is unable. Okay, to yeah, I can't make it up. He's stuck with this fucking karmic bitch and this that he was draining and working with against the divine feminine. Okay, sending that voodoo and Haitian voodoo. The Three of Pentacles is over. The divine feminine and the Three of Pentacles was the fucking energy source. The divine feminine is not there. Therefore, this fucking karmic couple that was built off of money, staying together for money, draining other people for their money, siphoning and stealing money, and attacking the divine feminine for all of her goddamn money and her fucking coins. This fucking marriage that they are in and this union that they are in was only for money. It was not for love. Two of Cups in the reverse. They're not able to balance everything out. This warlock which is the emperor in the reverse that appears as a straight guy, which really he's not a straight guy, not upright, not a good guy, not an honest guy, not a loyal guy at all. He's the absolute opposite. He's with a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. The bitch could be pregnant on this picture. Okay, Queen of Pentacles is like, it's carrying a baby. Okay, also embodying the Empress in the reverse in this picture. They are a match made in the pits of hell and the underworld with each other. This warlock went against the divine feminine and ran towards and worked with karmic feminines because that's what he embodied. Okay, they were also doing a lot of dark magic together, and they got to let the divine feminine go. This warlock is a fallen star, a fallen angel. The karmic bitch, which bitch that he with is not. She was going to always be a karmic witch bitch, whether she was with him or without him. That's why she wanted to do magic to siphon from him, because she felt the divine feminine in his energetic field, and the divine feminine is the Empress in the upright, is the Queen of Pentacles in the upright, able to make some shit shake, able to take something and turn it into nothing. Also could she call also the divine feminine, the real Empress in the upright, the real Empress and the Queen of Pentacles in the upright, motherly, nurturing, loving, caring. Okay, this is what this warlock couldn't get from this karmic bitch, from his karmic mammy, and from no other bitch that he fucked with. So he wanted to enslave this divine feminine, that also has a deep connection to water entities. I'm hearing water deities is what I'm picking up on. Yeah, he didn't want to let the divine feminine go, but he wanted to benefit off of her, and that's just the fuck no. Yeah, stock up that. Yeah, they was energy leveling up. Okay, and stealing the divine feminine's resources, energetic resources, money, blessings, just coming in and basically just waiting for the divine feminine to do the work, and then coming in and stealing and using magic and witchcraft to curse certain things in her physical reality. So it looks like and appears like shit ain't working. This ain't working, that ain't working, but really it's them cursing it. Then they go take that energy because they know how abundant the divine feminine is as a master manifester, and then they go and open doors and create with it. That's what they've been doing for a very long time. Yet it's bisexual male that is now under investigation by the FBI. Yeah, money in the reverse. Okay, yeah, the scales are being balanced. Yeah, this warlock is not getting no money, and he getting his ass tore out the frame by Archangel Michael. This is the energy, y'all. I can't make this up. Spirit is talking. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Spirit, is there any more? Hate. Yeah, this dark warlock is being exposed for his hate. He did all this for hate. He didn't just, this divine feminine wasn't just a regular target. Okay, because if this divine feminine was a regular target, he would have been took this divine feminine out a long time ago. No, he actually fell in love with this divine feminine and her energy. Okay, because he never experienced a love like that before. So, but he also hated the divine feminine because he never experienced a love like her energy and her love before. And he hated her because she wouldn't allow him in the past to cheat on her and be a hating ass, jealous ass bitch. and then it just expect her to take it. And so he was taking out his hate on the divine feminine with weaponizing witchcraft, working with this cult, working with this jealous Jezebel, working with these wicked family members that paid this warlock to destroy the divine feminine. And yeah, he just wanted to break down the divine feminine and force her to siphon everything from her, steal her destiny, and then basically take her out and or force her to be a part of this fucking demonic throuple that she never wanted to be a part of, and then take her out. But it was always supposed to end, and it's divine feminine being the sacrifice for him and for this demonic network, as well as the karmic demonic family members and parental figures, because that's what they did in the past life. But the shit ain't work this time. Archangel Michael is on this warlock's ass. Okay, yeah, because the divine feminine embodies universal love. Yeah, reporter. Yeah, the divine feminine is. I'm seeing they're seeing the divine feminine as a reporter, as a whistleblower. Okay, I'm hearing a psychic. Okay, blowing the whistle on yeah, these people didn't like don't like that the divine feminine is airing their dirty fucking laundry out, but you shouldn't have did that. You don't come for motherfuckers, try to kill them and then want to silence them, but you attacking them and stealing from them, but you want them to be silent about the shit. No, the divine feminine was silent for too fucking long and silent for years, trusting the divine. Yeah, this earth angel that they tried to kill is the divine feminine. Yeah, that is also, I'm picking up on reporter, also a high priestess as well. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. A prophetess as well. So the divine feminine has rank and clearance to operate and to speak and to expose the devil. Yeah, this is what I'm hearing. Yeah, the divine feminine does not trust in these people anymore, and they're losing their fucking marbles, is what I'm hearing. This warlock is losing his mind. Okay, he's sitting next to a karmic bitch, thinking about other males and females and trannies to run around with that he's cheating with on this pregnant karmic that's losing her fucking mind. Okay, while he's sitting up thinking about the divine feminine. Bitch, you got too much going on over there. Okay, don't nobody want nothing to do with all of that shit. Okay, yeah, this warlock is exposed and took down this entire organization. We're coming after this divine feminine earth angel and getting his ass tore out the fucking frame by her spirit team, and by spirit. Yeah, took down the whole organization. I can't make it up. Suitcase in the reverse. The suitcase popped out of the deck and it wanted to pop up in the upright. So this warlock thought that this shit was going to be easy. This warlock was very egotistical, very arrogant, very boastful, is used to having their way, getting their way, having who they want, being able to steal and kill and destroy who they want and getting out of it. And this is not the case this time. The suitcase popped out of the deck. This card popped out of the deck like it wanted to pop up in the upright, but spirit was like, Uno reverse, major blink, gotta be quicker than that. And this warlock and the motherfuckers that he worked with is now caught up in this shit. I'm hearing suitcase, case. They're caught up in a case. Okay, they're caught up in a case. They got to come up off of everything that they stole. Okay, they thought they was going to be able to take from the divine feminine. Yet this warlock was after the divine feminine's gifts, crown chakra in the reverse. Okay, wanted to steal her intellectual property, her trying to steal her divine connection, which is fucking crazy, and also trying to disconnect her from her spiritual team and her protection to make it easier to take her out. And it did not work. He worked with this demonic cult. Yeah, no conscience. Yeah, this warlock had no conscience, and he's also being as he stalks and watches the divine feminine from behind the scenes. The FBI and the CIA is watching and stalking him. Yeah. Eyes on everybody. It's a whole lot of eyes. I'm hearing eyes wide shut. This is what this warlock is into. Dark Mason. Yeah. Tried to take out the divine feminine because she was opening her mouth. He wanted to unalive her. Yeah, because he's hated. He has so much hate for the divine feminine, but it's really a reflection of the hate that he has for himself. Yeah, hate came out of the deck 3 times. Yeah, this warlock is mentally ill. He has a mental illness. Yeah, Washington, D.C. He's under judgment. Ooh. I'm hearing FBI headquarters. Yeah, this entanglement with this lavender marriage bride and all of these third party situations and this cult that was funneling. They were funneling the money and energy and opportunities with them, siphoning it from multiple targets, but especially as the divine feminine, because she is one of the biggest sources that this warlock ever was going to come in contact with. Yeah, no empathy again. Yeah, he had absolutely no empathy and no conscience. He's seen the divine feminine as a means to an end. He's seen her as basically like how somebody would view a cow. Why buy the cow if you could get the milk for free? But this warlock was doing magic and invading this divine feminine's dreams and doing attacking and trying to attack cords and cloak his energy in the astral realm. He can't. He's being now spiritually blocked in the spirit as well as in the dream state and in the physical. He's blocked on every avenue. Psychically, he's blocked. He has no connection. Okay, them damn love songs that he keeps continuing to try to send to the divine feminine, it ain't hitting on shit. Yeah, because the divine feminine knows that this warlock was attacking her womb. Okay, trying to cause doing abortion magic, dark womb magic, dark moon magic, dark blood magic, and all forms of mirror magic and root work. Okay, spiritually to extract life from the divine feminine's womb and then leave and swap energies and swap destinies and leave her in shambles. Okay, and so it's no fucking love lost because it's no love to lose. Okay, that's why this, yes, spirit says straight like that. That's why this warlock was unable to trick the divine feminine out of anything, because bitch, it's not hard to see a motherfucker that don't really care about you. Yeah, he was only seeing the divine feminine as a bag. Okay, as a I'm hearing as a pay pig. Okay, this warlock is into a lot of S&M. Okay, for money. Yeah, he likes to get choked and beat up and spit on and fucked, and he'll pay for that shit to be done to him. And he'll also take money for it to be done to other males. Okay, this is what he's into. This is what he likes to hide from people. Yeah, New Jersey pops out again. Let me take a sip of this tea. Mm. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Yeah, this warlock is going crazy that the divine feminine walked away, but he was treating her like shit with her karmic family members, with frenemies and everybody else. And like the fuck, divine wisdom. Yeah, he didn't want the divine, he wanted the divine feminine's divine wisdom. Okay, and divine gifting. He wanted to steal that so that he could take it back to his cult and his group, these warlocks and these dark witches and eastern stars, and then look like he was the man. I'm hearing I'm the man when I walk through. This a motherfucker that wanted to be on top, had some sort of a spiritual ranking in this system that he is associated with. Okay, I'm also picking up on he was so-called respected by the community and etc., but he didn't have the spiritual gifts organically because he was draining and using the divine feminine, okay, to build his life and to fund his lifestyle. Yeah, this bisexual male is now being exposed to the world by this divine feminine. Yeah, sun gazing in the reverse. He has no access to the divine feminine that is a child of Ra, and it's everybody looking like, yo, like, we looking at her, we looking at you, like she's straight, but you losing it. Yeah, because this warlock has an entity attachment that needs to feed, and it can't be fed off of nobody else but the divine feminine, because the divine feminine was the number one energy source for this warlock, for this cult, for this group, for their entity attachments. But I'm also hearing that since this warlock failed to bring in this divine feminine's head on a platter to this dark ancient primordial deity that he worked with, he can't go and get any other sacrifice. He is the sacrifice. These people are the sacrifice now. And the entity attachment is that he already had and that is possessing him is now eating him alive, because it can't feed off of nobody, so it's now feeding on him. So his energy vampire. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the energy. Yeah, this warlock is yeah mm, divine feminine is in the energy of mindfulness and heavily protected at this time as a new earth leader. Okay, the black magic that they were sending and that they continue to send is blocked. It ain't working. Yeah, these people are not going to win this mother. They won a few battles, but they lost the motherfucking war. I'm picking up on Holly Berry in that movie with that older Caucasian, with a middle-aged Caucasian guy, where she had that little supposed to be a mixed girl, but it was a little white girl in the movie. And he was abusive and he was beating her, and he had money and everything, but he was abusing her and beating her and taking from her, and basically just, that's how this karmic warlock masculine was treating the divine feminine in the spirit. Okay, as if he owned her, as if he possessed her. He wanted to bind her and enslave her energy and her life and her soul, because he was getting energy from her, but he also wanted to sell her soul. He sold this divine feminine energy that he told everybody that he didn't give a fuck about to this dark entity, and then failed because he was a piece of shit. and this divine feminine outranked him, um, had more clearance and supernatural provisions to operate in the same magic that him and his dark cult was operating in. And so his warlock is being made as the example. There will be no achievement here. Yeah, yeah, change your diet. This warlock is being forced to change his diet. He's not going to be able to kill, steal, and destroy from no more children, women, men, elderly, animals. He going in the dirt. Him and this entire cult. This was I can't make it up. Insomnia. He can't sleep. He being haunted by the people that he took out, by the spirit teams of the many people that this warlock, this serial killer, this couple that works with this dark cult that kills and steals and destroys and ruins people's lives. They're now understanding how how it feels to be on the opposite end of receiving now. See, they were okay when they were able to do it and get away with it. But now they can't take it. This warlock can't take it. He's numbing himself to sleep, being haunted. Yeah. He wants to get out of this. Yeah, the karmics were planning to drain the divine feminine's energy for their achievement, but it didn't work. And so all of that shit backfired and fell upon them. Yeah, spirits flashed that Holly Berry movie in my head. Yeah, pure heart. Yeah, the divine feminine made it because she has a pure heart. All of the shit that they were doing, whether she knew it at that time or found out or along the way of her healing journey, she still had a pure heart. She didn't allow these people to destroy her heart, okay, and make her heart as cold as ice like theirs. If that would have been the case, they would have been good, okay, because they would have been able to find a way back in. Okay, you can't attack somebody with a pure heart, and then your heart is not pure, and then you weaponize and use their heart against them, and then you get what I'm saying? Like, and then and try to set them up to kill them. It don't work like that. Especially when they have a pure heart and they've did the spiritual work. They have elevated. They've regained access to their soul and akashic records and certain spiritual gifts and talents. You can't steal that from them. You can't steal their soul and their destiny from them. It's theirs. It's not yours. And this warlock was used to stealing people's lives and destinies and sacrificing them just because he could do it. And now he will have to pay for every life he took. Him and his karmic witch bitch and this dark cult and these communities and families that they're associated with that operate in the shadows. Yeah, inner child wounding. I cannot make this up. He was a wounded inner little child. He was a wounded little boy, even if he was a grown ass man. And he let that shit. He let his inner childhood wounds, his inability, and his cowardice and wanting to heal his inner childhood wounds so that they cannot be used against him to stop his evolution and his ascension. He allowed it. He allowed the ego, the entities, and the demons, as well as operating in the shadows with dark spirits, okay, to overtake and override, okay, his better judgment. And so this is what he is. This is his fate. Yeah, heart chakra. I can't make it up. His heart chakra was blocked. Yep. Yep, the heart chakra was blocked, and it is blocked. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. And he got to pay back what he was doing. Now he got to pay back. He got to. I'm hearing your enemies will not stop the great life and abundance and the highly protected life full of favor, divine love, peace of mind, great opportunity, generational wealth, and never ending stream of miracles that will continue to flow to you. You have earned them. I cannot make this up. Spirit is talking. Okay, you have earned them and you deserve only the best. That is what you will have. 13. Yeah, you are the star. They hate the light that you have. They hate your glow. Yeah, that's what it is, y'all. This is a story about a real story, a past life story based on people fucking around in the past life and being able to evade arrest, and then them coming into the next lifetime reincarnating to be to the torment, to kill, steal, and destroy, and their luck running out, their time running out. Time is up. Okay, time is up. Yeah, the fraudulent dealings is in the reverse. Yeah, better days and better views in the reverse. Yeah, it's judgment time. It's judgment time. All of that running and running away, all of that cloaking energy and sacrificing people and switching energy. Nah, confirmation burp. Yeah, yeah. They trapped in their fucking heads because they know it's no way out of this hell that they have created for themselves. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. Join the tribe, join the family. I am starving. Okay, I'm about to get off of here and eat. Okay, I hope that y'all have a wonderful day, night, or evening. No, not everybody. The karmics, y'all can go fuck yourselves. But the divine high vibrational collective, I hope that y'all have a good day, night, and evening, no matter when you are watching this live. I'm so grateful that you were here. I definitely appreciate all of you that are here that are with good intentions to see what's going on, okay, that are not karmic, that are not wicked, and etc. etc. And even them, bitch, okay, the view is the view. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. We know you love to see the view of the divine beings, okay? Y'all can't get a motherfucking enough. And that's what's leading these karmics to the pit. Okay. That's what I just got from spirit, y'all. I'm about to get off of here. I'm starving. Okay, I'm literally starving. I'm so hungry right now. How long I've been channeling? 211. I can't make it up, y'all. It's been 2 hours, child. Okay, but definitely thank y'all so much for being here. And until we meet again, peace. Mm.